ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್.
ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಸರ್, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ತೆ. ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್.
ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಆಡಿಯೋ?
ಕೇಳ್ತದೆ ಸರ್.
ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್. ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಸರ್.
ಹೋಮ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರ ನಿನ್ನೆ?
ಸರ್ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ನಾನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಬೇರೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದಲ್ಲ. ಡನ್ ಇಟ್. ಇವತ್ತು ಖಂಡಿತ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಸರ್. ಇವತ್ತು
ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅವಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ ಸ್ವತಃ ತಾನೇ ಮಾಡಿ ತಿಳಿ ಅಂತ ಸರ್.
ಹೌದು ಹೌದು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಸರ್ ನೋಡಿದೆ ನಾನು ವಿಡಿಯೋ. ಸೊ ಪಿಕಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಇವತ್ತು ಅದನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿ ಮುಗಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಸರ್.
ಸರ್ ನಾನು ಇದು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ದಲ್ಲೇ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೆ. ಬಟ್ ನಿನ್ನೆ ಐ ಸಾ ಬೋತ್ ದಿ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್. ನಿನ್ನೆದು ಕೂಡ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಎಕ್ಸಲೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ.
ಹೌದು ಹೌದು ಸರ್.
ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ತಿರ್ಗಾ ಪೇಜಸ್ ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ
ಹೌದು ಹೌದು.
ಯಾರು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೋದು. ಸರಿಯಾಗಿದೆ, ನೋಡಿದೆ ನಾನು.
ಹೌದು ಖಂಡಿತ. ನಾನು ಹಾಗೆ ಪೇಜಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ತಿರ್ಗಾ ಮತ್ತೆ ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಇವತ್ತು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು.
ಅದೇನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯು ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್.
ಹೌದು ಸರ್.
ಮನಸ್ಸಿದ್ದರೆ ಮಾರ್ಗ.
ಖಂಡಿತ ಖಂಡಿತ.
ಅದಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಆಗೋಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಸುಮಾರು 3 ರಿಂದ 4 ವರ್ಷ, 3.5 ವರ್ಷ ತರ ಇರಬಹುದು. ಈ ಗಣೇಶನ ಹಬ್ಬದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರೋ ಮಾತಾಡೋದನ್ನ ಕೇಳಿದೆ. ಗಣೇಶನ ವಿಗ್ರಹನ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಗಣೇಶನ ಅಪ್ಪನ ವಿಗ್ರಹ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಕುಂಬಾರರ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋದೆ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಣ್ಣು ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ ಇಸ್ಕೊಂಬಂದೆ, ಅವ್ರು ಮಡಿಕೆ ಮಾಡೋದನ್ನ. ಒಂದು ಗಣೇಶನ ವಿಗ್ರಹ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಹೈ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಸೈಜು, ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಸೈಜು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎವರಿಬಡಿ ಅಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಟೆಡ್, ಗಣೇಶನ ವಿಗ್ರಹ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಗಣೇಶ ಬಿಕೇಮ್ ಮೈ ಇಷ್ಟ ದೇವತೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆವಾಗ ಗಣೇಶನ ಹಬ್ಬ ಇತ್ತು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಕತೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಡಿ ಅಂತ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳೋರು. ಯಾರು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಕೇಳೋದು, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕೇಳಿಸೋದು. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಗಣೇಶನ ಒಬ್ಬನ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ, ಇದು ಗಣೇಶನ ವ್ರತ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಇನ್ಯಾವುದೋ ವ್ರತ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಕಥೆನಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಗಣೇಶ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಮೈ ಇಷ್ಟ ದೇವತೆ. ದೆನ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಡೇ ಐ ಆಮ್ ವರ್ಷಿಪಿಂಗ್ ಗಣೇಶ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದಿನ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅನಂತನ ಚತುರ್ದಶಿ ಬಂತು. ಅವಾಗ ನಮ್ ದೊಡ್ಡಪ್ಪನ ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋದ್ವಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕತೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಅತ್ಯುತ್ತಮವಾದ ವ್ರತ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ನನಗೆ ಡೌಟ್ ಬಂತು, ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಬದಲಾಯಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾ ಹೇಗೆ? ಆಮೇಲೆ ದೆನ್ ಐ ಲರ್ನ್ಡ್ ದಟ್ ಯಾವ್ದಾರು ಒಂದ್ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಅಡಿಷನಲ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಲರ್ನ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಮೋರ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲರ್ನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಒನ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್, ಒನ್ ಬುಕ್, ಒನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. ಈಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬುಕ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರಿಲಿಮಿನರಿ. That Panchanga is necessary because we want to refer and see which is useful there for us in that content, whatever the contents are.
And moreover your teaching is so wonderful. ನಾನು ಸುಮಾರು ಬುಕ್ ನೋಡಿ ಸರ್, ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ. ನಾನು ಯಾವುದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜಾತಕ ನೀವೇ ರಚಿಸಿ ಅಂತ ಈ ಪುಸ್ತಕ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸುಮಾರು ಕಲಿಯಿರಿ ಅಂತೆಲ್ಲ ತಂದು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡೆ. ನನಗೆ ಕಲಿಯಕ್ಕೂ ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನು ಅರ್ಥವೂ ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ.
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬೇರೆ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ ನಂಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಪುಸ್ತಕನೂ ಕೊಂಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಂದೆ, ನಂಗೆ ಅದೇನು ತಲೆ ಬಿಡ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಮೇಲೆ, ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಐ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ಡ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್, ದೇ ಸೆಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲರ್ನ್ಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಎನಿವೇರ್. I have attended classes at several places, purchased all available books,
ಖಂಡಿತ
things like that.
This is really wonderful. I got it.
And
very late, but still I don't lose hope with learning.
that is the thing. So
ನಮಗೆ ತಾವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಸರ್.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ.
ಪದಗಳು ಗೋಚಾರ, ಸ್ವಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ, ಮಿತ್ರಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ,
ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ.
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದು
ವಾರ, ತಿಥಿ, ಕರ್ಣ, ಯೋಗ, ನಕ್ಷತ್ರ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ವಾರ, ತಿಥಿ, ನಕ್ಷತ್ರ, ಕರ್ಣ, ಯೋಗ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ,
ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಈಗ
ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಅಂತ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬ್ರೀಫ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸರ್.
ಇದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, I already told you in the previous class that if you see 20th century Chambers English Dictionary, he says it contains 85,000 plus words. But I use only 1,657 words only out of 86,500 words or more, because their dictionary also they are keeping on adding new words continuously.
ಒಂದು ಪದಕ್ಕೆ 10 ಅರ್ಥ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, 10
ತಿರ್ಗಾ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ. So that is why he says it is 85,000 or 86,000 plus words.
It may increase also.
Yes, it will keep on changing also. So for normal communication, to convey message to another person, all that words is not required. Minimum is enough. This is applicable for learning any subject also. Every subject there will be so much, but everything is not required for our use. Therefore, we have to first making the lessons and planning the lessons. It is necessary to read number of books. Then try to simplify them to the extent possible. Then start with that place where we can understand. And go in a sequence so that we will be able to gradually learn. Once you get the idea, then afterwards you will be able to read any books. You will be able to attend conferences. You will be able to present papers. Like that, anything you will be able to do. Plus, you can even question the work done by experts. Because you know everything. The basic elements are the building blocks. So actually, the second class I wanted to give something more of the building blocks. It is not what I had given is enough. But I thought that you must be able to learn how to fix muhurta for any auspicious function. So that Panchadasha karma, which is 15 duties, or Sodasha karma are 16 duties, which these people have increased to more by adding something extra. So in our Panchanga or Almanac, he has given 21.
21, yes.
21 in Sanskrit, maybe they call it as, what do you call it?
Ekavimshati.
Ekavimshati ಕಾರ್ಯಗಳು ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Ekavimshati means 21.
Maybe the reason, sir, the Ganesha is represented through 21, ಈಗ 21 ಗರಿಕೆ ಅಂತ ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡಿ.
Maybe that to eliminate the bad effects of this 21 doshas, ಏಕವಿಂಶತಿ ದೋಷಾಸ್.
ಸೊ ಅದೇ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೆ 21 ಮಾಡಿದಾರೋ ಏನೋ ಇದನ್ನು
ಇರಬಹುದು. Because we can only try to understand what it will be.
Yes, sir.
So that is the thing. So whatever doubts you have, which we have not covered, will be covered in the subsequent classes, because one class it is not possible unless the length of the class is like 12 hours or 24 hours. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ?
ಹೌದು ಸರ್. And moreover it may extend also because the question and answers
it depends on the students. If I get students who can understand by listening, that is something like they say ಬೆಟ್ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಹಸ್ತ ನುಂಗೋರು. ಆ ತರ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಲೆಸ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಲೋ ಲರ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ದೇರ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಮೀ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಎ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಲೋ ಲರ್ನರ್.
ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಹಸ್ತ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಬೆಳ್ಳು ನುಂಗೋ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ.
ನಾನು ಐ ಆಮ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಎ ಲರ್ನರ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಎ ಸ್ಲೋ ಲರ್ನರ್. ನನಗೆ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ನಿಧಾನವಾಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ at least 4 category of learning styles. ಕೆಲವರಿಗೆ only when they write on paper they will understand. That is the hard way of learning. And I belong to that category. If I don't write, I will not understand.
ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಒಂದು ಸಲ ಬರೆಯೋದು ಓದಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ.
Yeah, that is why teachers in primary school they will say write it 10 times. Write it 5 times. Because writing 1 time is equal to reading 20 times or 10 times. That is because while writing, your attention is concentrated. Every letter you write, particularly ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಒತ್ತು, ಕೊಂಬು, ದೀರ್ಘ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗಮನ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಇದು ಸಿ ಇನ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ವಿ ಸೇ ದಿ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್. That is central processing unit. It is very, very fast. Hand is peripheral device. Peripheral devices are slow. There will be message sent to the hand to write something.
Lagging.
But the speed is fast. And if we are slow, we will miss something. For example, you write your name using capital letters. Bariri ಈಗ on paper. Write your name, full name using capital letters only.
ಸರಿ.
ಪೇಪರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಪೆನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರನ್ನ ಫುಲ್ ನೇಮು, maybe expanded also with initials, write only using capital letters in English. ಬರೀರಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, when I ask you to write using capital letters, the speed of writing comes down.
Yes.
Tremendously.
Yes, sir.
But if you use the normal handwriting, it will be still faster. Many times, and many times I have found the spelling of certain word we might have forgotten. ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. But if you start writing it, the hand will simply write correctly. Because it has been trained earlier.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So, ಈ ತರ we can find out so many things. So, therefore, one is the teacher may be a CPU, little faster in presenting because time schedule. And students may be the peripheral devices. Some of them are fast, some of them are slow. Each one has got its own speed. Just like planets, they have their own speed. They move at their own speed. They are moving at their own track. ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ಗಳು ಒಂದಕ್ಕೊಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಂಟರ್ಸೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಕೊಲೈಡ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ನೋ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಸ್. ಥಿಂಕ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಫಾರ್ the learning things will be different. So some people learn only by reading. So even if you present by PPT etc., explain everything, they keep on reading this style, this slides. So they will not give attention much to the speaker. Some people they can only understand if they listen.
Yes.
If somebody explains this one, then only they will understand. So what I normally do is, what I am going to speak, that much only will be written on the slide, so that you don't have to read too much of thing and in too small letters which are difficult to read. They will put the whole book as it is a word file, but they are too difficult to read. So all such features, whatever we have come across at learning stages, I am incorporating here.
Excellent.
So
But,
now, anybody
no,
has joined new today?
No, Gurugale. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಜನ.
Same 6.
That's all right. Because why I asked was, if there is anybody new, I want to tell them that you learn from today, no problem. Earlier lessons, you can always go through it. Videos are available. You will not lost anything. You will be able to understand correctly, clearly, completely from now onwards itself.
ಗುರುಗಳೇ, ನೀವು ಕಳಿಸಿರೋ ಆಡಿಯೋ ಮತ್ತು ವಿಡಿಯೋನ can I send it to somebody who are interested to learn?
ಯಾರು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಕಳಿಸಿ. You send it to anybody.
With your kind permission, yes.
There is no permission. I have given full freedom. Because the purpose is, I want everybody to become a astrologer, understanding all these basic concepts.
Right.
Out of 86,500 words, at least 1,657 words what I am speaking. Same thing in any subject also. There may be so many huge number of books may be there. But minimum essential things you must learn.
ನಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರು, ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕಾ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಗೆ ಅಂತ.
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವ ಟೈಮ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಟೈಮ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಆ ಟೈಮಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರ ಟೈಮ್ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಗೆ ಅವ್ರು ಬರೋಕ್ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ನಮ್ದೇ ಟೈಮ್ ಬೇರೆ.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗೋ ತರ ಟೈಮ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡೋಣ.
ಸರಿ.
That is possible. See, how to learn from my lessons. There are different methods. This one is participating in the online program like this. Because I can ask questions, you can answer, or you can ask questions, I can answer. If there is something difficult, it can be cleared.
Interactive mode.
But some people want to attend, they want to learn, but they don't have time to
directly
learn. They don't have time to attend the programs. For that, I am making the video. You can send video to anybody.
Sorry.
So only thing is, they will not be able to ask questions and listen to answers given by other students, etc.
Okay, sir. Then I will send it to few of my friends.
Yeah, you send it to anybody.
Who will later
they can contact me.
Yeah.
And I can arrange a separate class for them also. No problem.
Okay.
Okay. Right, with sir. This background, let us start the today's beautiful session.
Right.
And see what best you can learn from today's lesson over there, which is ready for everybody. It is for me also. So today is the third day, and I am calling this as characteristics or something like properties of different things which you come across in astrology. See, this at the bottom, my email address is also there. I have put the email address today. I did had time to check up previously. No? Normally I put this. I don't know, it was not coming. So today I put that.
ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್?
ಬಟನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಲೆಟರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್, ಲೆಟರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಬಟನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ.
ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ಬಿಡಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ವಿಡಿಯೋ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ. ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ಬಿಡಿ, ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಗ್ಲಿ.
ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸಿ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ 4 letter I have put x9t9@yahoo.com.
Header footer
x9 t9. X is for excellent. T for tuitions. Excellent tuitions. Number 9 is for action. So x9 t9. X is letter, 9 is the digit. So x9t9@yahoo.com. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಮೇಲ್ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಸೆಂಡ್ ದಿ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಜೂಮ್.
ಸರಿ.
ನನಗೆ ಇದನ್ನ ವಾಟ್ಸಪ್ಪಿಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಕಾಪಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇಮೇಲ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಕನ್ವೀನಿಯಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಮೀ. That's why for today's session I sent a first one, and by mistake when I was interested in deleting extra portions, but whole thing came there. Then I deleted that one, I put another one. So now let us go to the first topic. Now, how many of you will be able to tell me what are the things that are there in this clock? It has got 3 hands
hour,
or
second,
3 needles.
Yeah, 3 needles.
That is hour, minute and second. The thin and long one is the second hand. Short, thick one is hour. Long one, thick one is minute. Now, on the dial you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12.
Yeah.
So what are this 1, 2, 3 refers to?
Hora.
Huh?
Hora.
No, don't go for anything. There is no astrological term coming. See, by looking at the dial, what can you say? What is this 1, 2, 3, 4?
Hours.
It is hour. Hour. So that refers to which hand? It is not for every hand. It refers to our hand, which is the small one. Now, what is that number when that thick long hand is there, which is the minute hand? Suppose minute hand comes to number 1. Now it is at 12. If it comes at 1, what it means?
5 minutes.
It is 5 minutes. That means 1 is written there, but we take it as 5 minutes. And there are small markings at the edge. What are those things indicate?
Minutes only.
They are minutes as far as the minute hand is concerned. If it is our hand, what does this small markings here represent? For the hour hand,
1 hour divided by 5.
Hour hand
see,
supporting to hour.
Each mark here corresponds to 12 minutes, 24, 36, 48, 60. So if the hour hand is at this place, that means it is 12 hours, 12 minutes. Here it is 24 minutes. Each mark is 12 minutes. You are able to understand?
Yes.
For the hour hand.
Yes.
For the minute hand, each mark is 1 minute.
1 minute.
What about the second hand?
Second only, second. It shows seconds only.
Each marking is 1 second.
Yes.
So, though the clock contains 1, 2, 3, 4, the positions we read from the position of the hand, and we decide whether we should use as 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5, 10, 15, 16, 15, 20 like that, whether it is minutes or seconds depending on the
hand.
That hands are needles of the watch which are moving on the dial. You are able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So this number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, whatever is there, I am using for this kundli. The 12 to 1 is Mesha Rashi, 1 to 2 Vrushava, 2 to 3 Mithuna, like that. This is the circular dial watch. Now you see, previous one, we have used something like there are some names like Arabic numerals and something else. So this is called Roman numerals.
Roman.
This is called Roman. So there will be dials which contain this type of a marking also. So these numbers are ours, and the letter writing is called Roman script, I think. This one. Now what about this?
Here no markings of hour minutes.
There is no marking. It is a marble basement, and 3 needles are moving. Now, even though marking is not there, we will be able to read what is the time.
Yes.
2 o'clock.
How much time do you think it is?
Based on the direction.
10 minutes less to 2.
ಆಮೇಲೆ seconds ಬಂದ್ರೆ you can read hour second also.
It's about 40 seconds.
It is about 1 hour, maybe 49 minutes, 41 seconds, something like that. Accuracy na plus minus doesn't matter, but we get it. So we know which position refers to which number, whether it represents hours, minutes or seconds. What are the units of the subdivisions there, and they are all changing depending on the needle. What seconds handle thinks is different from what minute handle thinks, which is different from what the hour hand thinks. Now, this is a square or rectangular type of watch I have taken here, which appears like this, but we can make it a perfect square also. And these positions are named like this. I have used abbreviation so that it will be faster in writing, that's all. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. These are called signs. In Kannada, Rashi. Hindi also it may be Rashi. Sanskrit also it may be Rashi. So these are the Rashis. Now what is important is, if a blank diagram is given, just like we could tell the time on that marble clock, it doesn't have the markings in the dial, or there is no dial. We should be able to identify which rectangular box or square box, how the shape what you have written, which is Mesha, Vrishaba, Mithuna, Kataka, Simha, Kanya, Tula, Vrishchika, Dhanasa, Makara, Kumbha, Meena. Or Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. So ಅದು ನಮಗೆ ಮೈಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಬೇಕು. So after referring few times, you will be able to write it. Now, are you able to recognize which box corresponds to which Rashi?
Yes.
Yeah. So otherwise, as we keep on learning again and again, you will get the complete picture. But this position means it is this one only. Now similarly, if we just signs we saw in the previous one, but next subdivision is stars, 27 stars, and next subdivision is quarters or pada. Now there are 12 signs and 27 stars are there, which are divided into 4 equal parts. So 27 into 4 becomes 108. This 108 If you distribute equally to 12 signs, 108 divided by 12, how much you will get? 108. 9. So that means every sign or Rashi will have 9 quarters or pada. But we know that every star has got 4 pada subdivisions. So 9 means we require, suppose we start from Ashwini at Mesha. Ashwini has 4 quarters or pada, Bharani has got 4 quarters or pada, and Kritika 1 also we have to include because to make it 9. 9 padas in one Rashi. You are able to follow?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
So looking at the screen, if you come to Vrushaba, the Kritika 1 pada we have already accounted in Mesha.
Yes.
So we don't want to account once more here. So we will use the 2nd, 3rd, 4th pada of the Kritika Nakshatra plus Rohini 4, it will become 3 plus 4, 7. So we need 2 more padas to make it 9. So Mrugashira 1 and 2 also we take it for the Vrushaba Rasi or Taurus sign. When you go to Mithuna, since already we have used Mrugashira 1 and 2 for Taurus, now we have to take the 3rd and 4th, then add another star Aridra, which becomes 4 plus 2, 6 padas. Now 3 more padas are essential to make 9. So Punarvasu 1, 2, 3 are added.
So here we can identify Dvipada, Tripada, Purnapada, Chatushpada in Mithuna.
Yeah, everything will come. There is nothing like Chatushpada. It is called Purna Nakshatra. Ashwini, Bharani, Rohini, Mrugashira, Pushya, Maka, Pubba, Hasta, Swati, Anuradha, Purvashada, Shravana, Satabhisha, Revati. These are all Purna Nakshatras. Uttarabhadra, Revati also. Whereas the stars which contain 1 pada in one Rashi and 3 padas in another Rashi, they are called Tripada Nakshatras. So from the diagram you can see Kritika is a Tripada Nakshatra because one pada is in the Mesha and 3 are in the Vrushaba. Then Punarvasu is also Tripada Nakshatra because 1, 2, 3 are in the Mithuna and 4 is in the Kataka. Then Uttara is a Tripada Nakshatra because 1 pada is in Simha and 3 more are in the Kanya. Vishaka is a Tripada Nakshatra because 1, 2, 3 they are in the Tula or Libra.
Uttarashada also.
And 1 more is in the Vrishchika or Scorpio. Then you see Uttarashada is a Tripada Nakshatra because 2, 3, 4 they are in the Makara and the 4th one will be in the Kumbha.
The last one is Purva Bhadra.
Yeah. So there is some 1 plus 3. So then Purva Bhadra is also a Tripada Nakshatra because 3 of the padas are in the Kumbha and 1 is in the Meena. So Meena is Pisces in English. You are able to follow?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now Dvipada Nakshatra, so they will have 2 padas in one sign and 2 padas in the adjacent sign, whichever is adjacent.
Yeah.
They are only 3.
Yeah, Mrugashira is one of
Chitta,
them.
Dhanishta.
2 padas in the this Taurus or Vrushaba and 2 more in the Mithuna. And when you come here down, you can also see what is the next one. Chitta. Chitta 1 and 2 is the Kanya, 3 and 4 are in the Tula. Then Dhanishta. 1, 2 are in the Capricorn or Makara, 3, 4 they are in Kumbha. So there are 3 Dvipada nakshatras.
Yes, sir.
There are 6 Tripada nakshatras.
Yes, sir.
So 6 plus 3, 9. So remaining 18 are Purna nakshatras. Like that. So even if you come across a blank kundli like this, we should be able to locate which is the Rashi, which nakshatra can go there, which nakshatra pada can go there, like that. That comes by practice. Repetition. Even dogs learn the trick by performing act. You might have seen in this one, say gardener, wherever these people go, parks, some people bring their dog, they will throw a ball. It will go pick up and bring it back to the owner. Like that. So practice only makes perfection. And everybody wants to be perfect. But it takes time. Enormous amount of time is required. And 100% perfection is not possible because something or the other will come in between there. Here data, I am entering straight from my mind into the computer using the keyboard. So, because of the speed difference between the CPU, that is the mind, peripheral devices, that are the hands here, it is possible that some letter may be missed. Now, if you had written your name in capital letters, check, many people will miss one letter or more in writing the name. If you are written correctly, that is fine. But when you write fast, you will miss 1 or 2 letters. Okay?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, I will give numbers to the different Rashi or signs. This is what is there in our watch or clock. The Roman numerals, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 means it is Aries, it is a Rashi. 2 means it is a Rashi, it is Taurus or Vrishva. Like that. So the number and the Rashi name, we associate using these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay?
Right, sir.
Only thing is, position of where it starts is different here, that's all. But it is something like a square watch with a little bit twisting, so that we start from number 1 is the starting point. That's all, which I have given earlier. Now, if a blank kundli is given, where should number 1 go? What is number 5? We should be able to easily identify. Now, for example, where is this red dot, that pointer, what I am showing in this blank one? What is the number?
5. Leo.
It is number 5 in the clock type of Roman numbers. By name, it is Leo or Simha, and it contains Maka, Pubba, Purna nakshatra. So, after Maka, Pubba, Uttara 1 pada will be here. You are able to follow?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Like that, you can do mental exercise. It is the best exercise for the mind, and you will never complain. You are not able to remember. Now, what about this position where that pointer is there at the center of the earth? It is earth. Earth is there. It is not visible because it is too small when we draw the sketch using a scale. If the distance from the center to here or center to here is like 3,84,000 kilometers plus, then we will get moon. And Where we go short run, it will be at the farthest place. But that we are not making a scaled drawing here. It is an unscaled drawing, a visual representation which is convenient for us. So, looking at the blank horoscope, you should say what is the name of the Rashi, what are the stars that will be available there, which are the padas which are associated, where are the Purna nakshatras, Dvipada nakshatras, Tripada nakshatras. These things you will be able to tell. So, you practice it mentally, you will be able to identify quickly, easily. First day it is difficult. Okay, you go through it several times, you will remember. Or you write it, you will understand better. But it is a slow process. It is the hard way of learning. You can practice it by writing, because our primary school teachers always said, you repeat it 10 times, repeat it 5 times, like that, depending on how many mistakes were there. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಒತ್ತು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ, ದೀರ್ಘ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ, ಇಳಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ, ಹೀಗೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡು. You're able to follow?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now, we used that, what are called as Roman numerals. I have shown a second clock where the hours are marked using this type of numerals, which are called Roman numerals. So, the same location what we have used for identifying the stars, quarters, signs. If they are named using these Roman numerals, then they become what are called as houses or mane in Kannada. Now, this mane, in case of the Rashi, the position of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 is fixed. That means that location, he has got a name for the sign and names of the stars and the padas which are included in that particular place. That is a fixed arrangement. It will never change. But this mane or houses, it is counted from where the ascendant is there. So, if it is Mesha Lagna, number 1 is written. Then, the Vrishabha will become number 2, second house, third house, fourth house, fifth house, sixth house, seventh house, eighth house, ninth house, 10th house, 11th house, 12th house. You are able to follow?
Yes, sir.
So, there is a difference between the signs and the houses. Houses are based on where is the Lagna or ascendant. In this diagram, Mesha Rashi, I have put a diagonal. That diagonal indicates it is Lagna. That means they may write in Kannada Lagna, La, also they can write ASC, they can write as an abbreviation for ascendant. Now, suppose the Vrishabha Lagna is there in the horoscope, then the numbers will change here, house numbers. Lagna house becomes the first house. Then second, third, fourth, fifth, etc. up to 12. If Lagna is Mithuna Lagna, this is the dial. The house number will be different. So, fifth house means for this one, it is Tula or Libra. You are able to follow?
Yes, yes.
See, the important difference from Rashi, that is signs, and houses and mane. The ಮನೆಗಳ ಹೆಸರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಆಸ್ ದಿ ರಾಶಿ. But counting first house, second house, third house, it starts from the Lagna or ascendant.
Lagna.
So number here, it is Mithuna Lagna. You see the bar is here. You can see the pointer moving on the screen.
Yes, sir.
So this is Mithuna Lagna, indicated by drawing this diagonal. There we can write ASC, or we can write LAGNA, or Kannada Lagna, or just law, anything like that. That becomes the first house. Then in the same order, second house, third house, fourth, fifth, like this. The fifth house for this one is Libra or Tula. You're able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
What is the 10th house? It is Meena or Pieces.
Is it not 12th house, sir?
Yeah. Now, see, this is a horoscope containing Kataka Lagna or Karkataka Lagna or Cancer Lagna house. The first house is here is in Cancer. Second house is Simha. Like that. So what is the 12th house?
12th house, Mithuna.
Mithuna or Gemini.
Gemini.
In English. Suppose the horoscope contains Lagna at Simha. Then first house is Simha.
Yes.
Second house becomes Kanya. Third house Libra. Fourth house Scorpio. Fifth is Sagittarius. Sixth is Capricorn. Seventh is Aquarius. Eighth is Pisces. Ninth is Mesha. 10th is Vrishaba. 11th is Gemini. 12th is Cancer. You are able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So now you will be able to tell.
Sir, can you repeat?
Huh?
Please repeat, sir.
ಯಾವ್ದನ್ನ ಹೇಳಿ?
ಈಗ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಈ ಮನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಗುರುತಿಸಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಸಣ್ಣ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸರ್.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. See, ಮನೆ means in astrology there are
house.
12 rashis are there, you know. The name of the houses are also same as the rashi. But the counting or numbering of the houses is different from the rashi. In the rashi, Mesha is always 1, Taurus is 2, Gemini is 3, Cancer is 4, like that, 1 to 12. So 12th will be Pisces or Meena. But when it comes to Mane, whatever we say, ಮೊದಲನೇ ಮನೆ, first house.
ಲಗ್ನ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೋದಾ ಸರ್?
It is the place, name of the sign in which Lagna is there. Lagna is written. The sign occupied by Lagna is called the first house. And same in that clockwise order. That is our dial, we are using always clockwise in watches. So, from the sign in which Lagna is there, that is called the first house. But in this case, you see, it is 5th Rashi. The Leo or Simha is the 5th Rashi, but the first house. It is Simha Rashi, ಮೊದಲನೇ ಮನೆ. So when you come to Kanya, Virgo is the 6th sign, 6ನೇ ರಾಶಿ. But ಅದು 2ನೇ ಮನೆ here. You are able to follow?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
So the Roman letters indicate houses for us. This I have made like this. There may be difference in the book and other things, I do not know. So to create a difference between the Rashi and the
Lagna.
houses, Manegalu, Rashi and Mane. Rashi means I use that Roman letters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12. For houses, I will use this. They are called Arabic letters, you know. Normally what we use 1, 2, 3. These are called Roman letters. Roman letters we use for houses. You are able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So Roman letters, when we use, the dial is different for every Lagna. It is rotated. If it is a circular one, dial, it looks something different. This is a square or rectangular dial watch we are taking. Therefore, location, etc., we must be able to identify and identify the houses also. Okay?
Okay.
Now, this is with Kanya Lagna. Kanya Lagna, first house is Virgo. Second house is Libra.
Tula. Libra.
Libra or Tula. Third house is Scorpio or Vrushchika.
Vrushchika.
Yeah. Like that, we should be able to identify the houses in a horoscope. Rashis is one part and identifying houses is another one. ಮನೆಗಳು. ಎರಡನೇ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಚಂದ್ರ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. If we say for this horoscope, ಎರಡನೇ ಮನೆ ಯಾವುದು?
ಎರಡನೇ ಮನೆ ಇದು ತುಲಾ.
ತುಲಾ. ಸೊ ಎರಡನೇ ತುಲಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಚಂದ್ರ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಂತ, ಎರಡನೇ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ
ಹಾಗೇನ ಗುರುಗಳೇ, ಎರಡನೇ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಚಂದ್ರ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ?
ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ, ಇದ್ರೆ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟೆಲಿಂಗ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಸಿಟಿಂಗ್ ಎಟ್ ಒನ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್, ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ಲಿ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್. ಅಸ್ಟ್ರಾಲಜರ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಶನಿ ಬಂದು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ.
ಓಕೆ.
ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿರಲ್ಲ ಅವನು, ಈಸ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ. ಆ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಯಾವ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಾನೋ ಅದನ್ನ ಕೂತಿದ್ದಾನೆ,
ಅದನ್ನ ಫೋಟೋ ತಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಆ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಫೋಟೋ ತಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್. ಆಲ್ ಪ್ಲಾನೆಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಅಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಓನ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್. ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಇದೆ, ನಾನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ. ಒಂದೊಂದು ರಾಶಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ಲಾನೆಟ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಇನ್ ಎವರಿ ಸೈನ್, ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕ್ವಾರ್ಟರ್ಸ್. ಮೊದಲನೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ. ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗಿವ್ ಯು ಅಗೇನ್, ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಯು ಆರ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಫಾಲೋ ನೌ ದಿ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಹೌಸಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. Now let us say in a horoscope, Lagna is Tula.
Libra.
Libra is the sign or Rashi.
First home.
But that is the first house. ಮೊದಲನೇ ಮನೆ.
Yes.
ಎರಡನೇ ಮನೆ is Vrushchika now.
Scorpio.
Ninth house is Gemini.
Yes. Yes.
12th house is
it's a Leo. Simha.
12th.
12th house is Kanya. Virgo.
Kanya or Virgo. So when we say ಎರಡನೇ ಮನೆ, we cannot tell directly which Rashi it is unless we look at the Lagna position in the chart.
Okay. Quite
See,
interesting.
This is Vrushchika Lagna. What is the 10th house?
10th house is Leo.
Leo. So ಆ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ನಮಗೆ ಮೈಂಡಿಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಂಟೇನಿಯಸ್ಲಿ, ಇವನು ಇವನು ಜನ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೇಳಿ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಯು ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ರೈಟ್. ಜಸ್ಟ್ 2 weeks back, there was an astrological conference, something I saw in the Bodhi Vriksha. They are written, it is at 5:30 p.m. I thought, let me attend what will be there, like that I wanted to see. When I go there, they are doing vote of thanks. Then, when people have started going out, I asked them,
why?
In the paper it was written 5:30 p.m. Therefore I came now. I don't know what happened in the morning. Why it was not there? They said, illa, it was morning program was there. Now it is closed. Then
because instead of AM they mentioned PM.
No. There actually this paper, the information what these people have given, they have edited and made it shorter. Instead of telling 9:30 a.m. or 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., they have put only
ending time is there.
They have put only ending time. Then while going, I went through auto. So he said he is living nearby that place, so he will take you. He will take her. And in auto somebody was there, one lady was there. I asked how I can come. ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಅವ್ರು ನಮ್ಮ ಮಿಸಸ್ಸು ನಮ್ಮ ಏರಿಯಾಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ. ಸರಿ ಆಯಿತು, ಹೋದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನಾಟ್ ಹೌ ಟು ಕಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್. ಸೊ ಐ ಆಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದೆಮ್, how do you go to nearest bus stop so that I want to go to Vijayanagar? Then he said, I am in Vijayanagar, so you come with me, we'll go to bus stop near Ramakrishna Asrama and then we can catch the bus. On the way, he asked me, telling some questions. Nowadays, it is difficult to find brides rooms. Then he said, there are some people who say they will teach astrology in 24 hours, and we tell our students they are all dongi jyotishyas, don't go to them. Then I told, I am one of those who is giving in 24 hours. I don't think nobody else might have claimed that. Then he said, which is the 18th star? I said, we have that chart here, 999. Last one is Ashwini Maka Moola. Aslesha, Jyeshta, Revati. 9th ones, 9, 18, 27. Then he asked me, which is the 14th star? 14th, 9th is Aslesha. Then go to Maka Pubba Uttara, Hasta Chitta. Chitta becomes the 15th and Hasta becomes the 9-13. 14 means Chitta. Then said, you have taken long time. See, that's why here one of the participants was telling that when I said like Shravana, he was telling it is 24th star. It is not 24th, you count it and check. See, when Jyeshta is
21.
Allah, Jyeshta is 18. Then 19
Moola.
is Moola. 20 is Purvashada.
Purvashada.
Then 20th is
Uttarashada.
19, 20, 21, 22. See, Moola, Purvashada, Uttarashada, Shravana. Means it becomes 22. 18 are over. This is for 22. Is it not?
Yes.
But one of you have told it is 24th. Maybe when I entered the number 1, for determining this Tarabala, which I did not tell you at that time, somebody has told it is 24th star is Shravana. So it is not that if you tell the number, you are an expert astrologer. Then I told him, you can learn my class at your own place. Try to pick up some point from me, and maybe you can use it for teaching others also. And you can ask your students also to attend my classes and see themselves whether they can learn in 24 hours or not. So all that I explained to him while traveling in the bus. But they are not interested in listening. See, now this Kundli, what is the Lagna?
Lagna is in Dhanus.
Dhanu.
It is Dhanur Lagna. This Jatika has got Dhanur Lagna. Therefore, 5th house is where?
5th house is Mesha.
Like that you should get. 9th house?
9th house is Leo, Simha.
So you should be able to identify like that. So by practicing you will be able to do it. So what about this one? Where is the Lagna?
Dhanu.
Lagna is in Makara.
So this horoscope has got Makara Lagna. Then the houses are counted. Oh, here there is a mistake, this is again the typing problem, this which escaped our attention, that's all.
Yes.
So this is okay.
Kumbha.
What happens in the mind, we want to do something, it will be very fast, but peripheral devices are slow. When entering, maybe something I might have skipped it, so therefore it has happened. So this is a Kumbha Lagna.
Makara, Kumbha.
Kumbha Lagna.
Aquarius.
So with respect to that, we can tell which is the 10th house, which is the 5th house, which is the 9th house, like that.
Yes.
This one is
Meena.
Meena Lagna. So Meena Lagna means it is
Pisces.
ascendant is in the Meena.
Meena Lagna.
Okay, third house means it is Vrishava. 8th house is Libra or Tula.
Is
Kanya.
Tula. Libra.
Libra or Tula, 8th house. 12th house is Kumbha.
12th house is Kumbha.
Kumbha.
So, looking at any horoscope, you should be able to identify the name of the Rashi, name of the Mane. Suppose a person is born in the Ashwini Nakshatra, what is the Rashi?
Ashwini
Mesha. Suppose Lagna is also Mesha. Then what is the first house?
Then also Mesha only.
Then first house is also Mesha.
Mesha.
So it is possible somebody may be born in Tula Rashi and Tula Lagna. Possible, is it not?
Yes.
Yes.
But and Makara Lagna is different one.
Yes.
Tula Rashi and Simha Lagna is different.
Okay.
So in the morning, this Bhavishya channel, I am seeing, they keep on telling, Katak Lagna, Katak Rashi ಅವರಿಗೆ ಈ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಭವಿಷ್ಯ. ಮೇಷ್ ಲಗ್ನ, ಮೇಷ್ ರಾಶಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಈ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Then is it not technically it is not correct? What happens to the Rashi man and the Lagna man, they are different.
Yes.
Is it not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Suppose a person is born in Mesh Rashi but Tula Lagna. Then that person will be telling, Mesh Rashi, Mesh Lagna davariga ee tara irutte ivattu. So they are different. Now let us learn something about the motion of the planet through the path of motion, what I have explained. That is our Kundali. That means the travel of each planet through a sign, through a star, through a pada, and making it, some of them as Lagna, and then creating houses, 1 to 12 houses. So one is called direct motion. So direct motion means it is something like clockwise motion. Clockwise means if today we have digital watches, it's difficult to imagine. But you see, this is called clockwise motion.
Yes.
If the hand rotates like this, it is called clockwise motion. So planets, some of the planets will travel like this, having direct motion or clockwise motion. The tip of the needle, you can imagine, is the tip, is the place where a planet is there, and that markings are indicating the Rashi, Nakshatra, Pada, and Lagna and houses. You're able to follow?
Yes.
Now, if there are hour minute, the speed is increased here to save time. Otherwise, for hour needed to move from one place to another place, we have to wait for 1 hour. So this is the clockwise motion of the hands. In analog watches, clockwise means this is the direction we indicate. Now, sun always has got a direct motion. That means he travels only in the clockwise direction. That means he rises in the east, sets in the west. Again rises in the east, sets in the west, like that. So where is the sun now?
Sun is in Mesha.
Sun is in Mesha. So from Mesha he can only travel to Vrishabha Then he will go to Mithuna, Kanya,
Kataka, Simha,
Kanya,
Kanya,
Tula, Vruchika, Dhanasu, Makara,
Kumbha,
Kumbha,
Meena.
Like that he will go. So this is called the clockwise motion. Now,
direct motion.
Moon is also direct motion. That means Moon also goes from Mesha to Vrishabha, etc. in the clockwise direction here. Then there is something like retrograde motion or anti-clockwise motion. It is called Vakragati. So they will say, Buddha Vakranagidane ee jatakadalli. See, Vakra or retrograde motion means it is anti-clockwise. So if there is a watch which shows the needle movement in this type, it is called anti-clockwise. You are able to follow?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Anti-clockwise means against the direction of the clockwise motion.
Yes.
And clock has become the standard of reference here. Particularly analog clock. And digital clock is difficult to understand which is clockwise and anti-clockwise.
Yes, yes.
Now this is a clock which goes in anti-clockwise direction. You may not find it, but it is for understanding what is direct motion, what is retrograde motion. Now we have that Rahu and Ketu, which we call as shadow planets. They always have retrograde motion. And they are always 180 degree opposite to each other in the angular system of measurement. Suppose Rahu is in Mesha. Ketu will be in Tula only. They will be exactly 180 degrees opposite. So, if in a horoscope, Rahu is mentioned, Ketu they have forgotten to write. You can easily put the Rahu, Ketu in the place where it is opposite to the Rahu.
7th house.
Yeah, for May. No, don't use the house here because house refers to Lagna.
Sir.
House starting point is Lagna. Signs starting point is Mesha with number 1, which is permanent, like watch dial. Now, in case with time, if Rahu moves, how he is going? He won't go from Mesha to Vrishabha. He will go Mesha to
Meena.
Retrograde.
Because it is Vakragati. They are going in Vakragati, opposite. Then they will come to this way. Then Rahu will not go to Meena, it will come to Makara. Ketu will move accordingly like that. So only 180 degree has completed now. Earlier Rahu was in Mesha, Ketu was in Libra. And now that position is opposite now. So again they go that way. And that is how this motion continues. There is no standing. But we are writing the position of a planet at a time when we are writing on a plain sheet of paper where it is difficult to show the motion of the planets. It is a still picture, a photograph taken at a particular moment. That moment of time is something like place of birth, time of birth, date of the birth. That moment, if a photo is taken, this is how the position of the planets look in the horoscope. So next fraction of a second, it is different because they are moving at different speeds. So least count what you have seen is 1.85 microseconds is the interval. We can find a chart like this. But it is too small a time for us, so we are restricting to minutes here, hours and minutes. Now, the remaining stars, that is leaving sun, moon, which are always in direct motion, and Rahu, Ketu, which are always in Vakragati or retrograde motion, the remaining 5, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, they have a mixed motion. That is, sometimes they will be doing direct motion, sometimes they will be in retrograde motion. So, if a horoscope it is written, Buddha Vakranagiddane, means at that moment he was traveling in the opposite direction to the normal clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. Now, actually what you have to understand is, I do not know whether you have understood, there are some type of clocks where the pendulum will move, the tip of the pendulum will move along a circle, and the pendulum will generate a cone at the point of suspension. Have you seen that one?
No,
Otherwise,
Yeah.
otherwise you can see the wheels of a cycle or a motorcycle or car like that. Now, the starting point of a circle, you can always imagine there is something like a wall for say making air to entry into the tube.
Yes, sir.
That one we can imagine as a starting point in the circle.
Mm-hmm.
So if the cycle is put on stand and wheel if we rotate, what happens, that valve will go from Mesha Rashi to Vrushabha to Mithuna to Kataka, etc., and completes one round. Is it not?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now, there we can rotate it anti-clockwise also.
Yes.
Now, what you have to do is, do not look at the wheel from its front side where we can see like clock-like thing. You go to the back side and try to watch what happens to the valve, air inlet valve. So, from bottom to top when it is going, it is rising. Is it not?
Yes.
Yes,
And
sir.
when it is coming from top to bottom, it is lowering.
Lowering.
That means, if you look at a very far away distance, we feel that it is going from bottom to top and coming from top to bottom. Again up and down, up and down. But wheel is rotating in the circular path only. And I have told you, we consider only apparent motion or relative motion. So for us, it looks as if it is going to left side and right, coming right side, left side and right side, like that. It is like to and fro motion type of thing. So that is what is the retrograde motion here. Sometimes it appears it is going in the clockwise, that means one direction it is going. But after some time, it appears as if it is coming backwards. So example, say I am showing for Mercury. See, from Mesha, he may go to what? If he is direct motion,
he may go to Meena or Vrushabha.
Yeah. So direct motion means he will come to Vrushabha. Then he has gone back to Mesha. Maybe he has forgotten something to bring along with him. Then again he changes. Then somewhere he may go back and come. That was the period of that retrograde motion. Like this. So this is the same thing for Jupiter and all the remaining 5 grahas.
Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn.
Kuja also.
Mars.
They move like this. So when that happens, they will write Vakra. The Buddha Vakra. they will write. Bhuva, they may write. Or Buddha bracket Vakra. So in English, they may write Mercury bracket R. R means retrograde motion. You're able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Now, each of these signs have got a ruling planet. They are called as Rashyadipati or sign lord.
Yes.
The beginning, Moon was managing the complete night activity. That means he was managing Kataka, Mithuna, Vrishubha, Mesha, Meena and Kumbha. Sun was managing the other 6 signs. That is Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn. So daytime, Sun was managing. Night time, Moon was managing. So you can imagine Sun and Moon as parents. Sun is father, Moon is mother. The other planets, you can consider them as children. So children, olden days, there was no convent school or government school or private tuitions. So they will go and play morning to evening. Nothing to study, nothing to do anything else. One day, it happened when Mercury became 17 years old. He thought, why not I manage something? I am getting older and becoming adult. Should we continue to play outside, go and come back in the evening like that? So he approached the mother and said, see, I will be looking after the area and very much nearer to you. Why don't you give me some region so that I can rule it? Let me go and study what is happening there. And if I find any difficulty, I will ask you so that you can always help me. So Mercury was considered as the most intelligent child of this planet family. And mother generally will not say no. So she said, okay, you occupy this Mithuna and manage. Let us see how it happens. But you can always ask me when there is any doubt. So now Mercury becomes the Rashyadipati for Mithuna Rashi or Gemini. After a few days, he thought, why not I approach the father and ask another plot, telling that I have experience in managing Taurus or Mithuna. So he approached father one day when he was calm, clear in his mind, open mind, and said that mother gave me that plot, which is Mithuna. I am managing well, people are happy. Why don't you also give me a plot near you so that I will try to manage that one also. And any difficulty, I will always contact you, take your help, advice. So father recognized his talent, he gave him the plot. So Mercury could get 2 Rashis to rule, Mithuna and Kanya. Now what happened in the playground? In the playground, out of the remaining 5 planets, 1 is missing, only 4 are there. Now, Venus was a close friend of Mercury, thought, why not find out why the Mercury is not coming for playing? So when Venus asked Mercury, then he said, I am extremely busy, I am managing 2 places, I am the ruler. This is the trick I have used, first on mother and later on father. If you want, you can try that one also. Why don't you try? So Venus approached the moon and got a plot near to the Mercury, became the ruler for the Taurus or Vrishaba Rashi. He became Vrishaba Rashyadipati. Applying the same technique, he approached the father and she got Tula as the another Rashi to manage. So became the ruler for Vrishaba and Tula. So strength of children playing in the playground reduced. Then Mars thought, why not I go and inquire these people why they are not coming for play. So they learnt everything, they applied the same technique and got one plot from mother and another site from the father. So Mars became the lord for Aries and
Mesha and Vrishchika.
Mesha and Vrishchika. Then came the term of
Jupiter started.
Jupiter got one site 60-40 there and another 60-40 here. Now, only person left out was Saturn.
Shani.
But do you remember, they will be traveling through these things like tourists continuously?
Yes.
They are not stationary at any place.
Yes.
At a moment they were there, that's all. Otherwise, they are traveling through all the areas. They are having a world tourism. So, they know which is fertile land, which is barren land, where things are better, comfortable, where it is not.
Yes.
So Saturn was fed up that everybody has missed and I am only left out here. Then he found that all others are busy ruling something and he got the idea to approach mother and father. But you see, these people have already selected the fertile land. Only some barren land is left. So what they can do, they cannot say that ask someone to leave that place and give in exchange for the Saturn. So they said, remaining place you take. So Saturn occupied Aquarius, Capricorn. Aquarius he got from the mother, and Capricorn from the sun. So what happens you see here, sun and moon, they have got only one Rashi to look after. But all the children have got two Rashis to look after. You are able to follow?
Yes.
Now, Rashyadipati, you should be able to tell if I have a blank horoscope. Mesha Rashi, who is the Adipati? Vrishaba Rashi, who is the star, sign lord? Rashyadipati is sign lord. Like that. You are able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now, in the first class, I gave you the table writing Ashwini to Aslesha in the first column, then Maka to Jeshta in the second column, Mula to Revati in the third column. Then fourth column, I wrote Ketu, Venus, Sun, Moon, Mars, Rahu, Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury. Against each. One name against each. And there I gave the ruling period, 7 years, 20 years, 6 years, 10 years, like that. So, some people go for long tour or stay for longer time, study more in detail. Some people will make a quick, short tour and come back, seeing some of the major tourist places of attraction. So here, the planets, some of them, because of their own speed in which they are traveling, they were able to rule for certain period only. Then the moment their boundary is over, they cannot rule the previous one. They will go for the next, etc. Somebody is ruling in that place. You are able to follow?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now, sign and sign lord, you should be able to tell. It comes gradually. It is not instantaneous. Go through several times, you will understand. Now, there is another terminology here is called aspects. Say one is owner, that is Swakshetra or Lord, Rashi Lord. Then that is the owner. And next is there is an occupant. Owner may be someone, but occupant may be different. Like hotel rooms, ಪಯಣಿಗ ಬಂದ ವಸತಿ ಗೃಹಕ್ಕೆ, ಹೊತ್ತಾರೆ ಇದ್ದ ಹೊರಟೆ ಹೋದ. So when he is there, he is like a lord. But moment he leaves, he is nobody. Somebody else come and occupy the same room. Like that. For example, if we take a horoscope like this. Now, can you tell me what is the sign in which Rahu is there?
Rahu is in Mesha.
Mesha.
Yeah, Rahu is in Mesha or Aries. Now, what is the Lagna?
Lagna is Jupiter, Guru. Andre Dhanus.
Dhanus or Sagittarius is the Lagna. So, what is the first house?
First house Makara.
No.
Dhanu.
First house is Dhanu. Wherever the Lagna is there, that is the first house.
Dhanu is the first house.
Dhanus.
Then second house is Makara. Capricorn. Third house is Aquarius or Kumbha. Fourth house for this horoscope is Meena or Pisces. Fifth house is Mesha or Aries. Sixth house is Vrishabha or Taurus. Seventh house is Mithuna or Gemini. Eighth house is Kataka or Cancer. Ninth house is Leo or Simha. 10th house Mercury, and he is in retrograde motion. Ketu is in 11th house together with Sun. 12th house there is Mars, which is Vrishchika or Scorpio sign. You are able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now, the previous diagram I gave you, the sign lords are Rashyadipati. Is it not?
Yes.
Now, Jupiter here is where in this horoscope?
Swakshetra.
He is the sign lord for Dhanasu or Sagittarius. He is also the occupant of the same sign. So, he is in Swakshetra. That means he is in his own house. You are able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And he is in ascendant. That means he is the sign lord. He is also the Lagna lord. Also, he is in one place.
Swakshetra.
Is it not?
Yes, sir.
Now, where is moon?
Moon is in Kataka, Cancer, Kataka.
That means one sign.
Swakshetra.
He is also in Swakshetra, and he is the lord of that one. He is Rashyadipati. He is the occupant also. He is the owner and he is the occupant. Now, Venus, Saturn, they are not either owners, they are occupants currently. What about Mercury?
Mercury is in Swakshetra and also occupant is own home.
Yeah, he is the lord or owner. He is also the occupant, and he has a special qualification that he has got retrograde motion at that moment of time. After some time, the appearance of the movement of the Mercury will look direct. Then that R will be removed. He may go to Tula or he may go to Simha, depending on how much portion of the retrograde motion he has already appeared to have covered, not actually movement.
Sir, how to know that retrograde motion?
That one will be there in Panchanga. I will tell you about that. Then Sun and Ketu, where are they? They are not the.
They are in Tula.
They are not the owners. They are only the occupants.
Owners. Yes, occupied.
Occupants. What about Mars?
Mars is in same Swakshetra.
Mars is the owner of the Scorpio. He is also the occupant of the house in this horoscope. He is in the 12th house as the occupant.
Yes.
You are able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So now 3 things will be there. One is who is the owner of a Rashi, who is the owner of the money, and who is the occupant. Ownership, occupant, lordship. ಅಧಿಪತಿ ಯಾರು ಆಕ್ಯುಪೈ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾನೆ ಅದು ಮನೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೌಸ್. ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಮನೆ ಅಧಿಪತಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದೇನು ಸರ್? ಈಗ ಆಕ್ಯುಪೆಂಟ್ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ?
ಈಗ ಇದು ಮಾರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾನೆ?
ಮಾರ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕಾರ್ಪಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ.
ವೃಶ್ಚಿಕದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾನೆ.
ರಾಶಿಯಾಧಿಪತಿ ಫಾರ್ ವೃಶ್ಚಿಕ.
ಹೌದು.
He is the occupant in the ವೃಶ್ಚಿಕ. He is in the 12th house in the horoscope. 12ನೇ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ವೃಶ್ಚಿಕ ರಾಶಿಯಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಅದು ಸ್ವಕ್ಷೇತ್ರನೂ ಕೂಡ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವೇ?
ಹೌದು.
Now there is something like ದೃಷ್ಟಿ. ಓನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು, ಆಕ್ಯುಪೆಂಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ನೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಓನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಕ್ಯುಪೆಂಟ್, we will go for aspects. Aspects means ದೃಷ್ಟಿ. Now these planets, they have got one peculiar characteristic. That is, if it is in the houses of a layout, there just opposite to one house another house will be there. So planet occupying one house, we look at who is coming to the opposite house, who are going out, what they are doing there, that one. He will not worry about what is happening in his house. So that is called drushti. So they keep the door open, keep looking at the opposite house about who came, who went, etc. See, one day some auto rickshaw came and gone. I didn't go and see. Then the neighboring house, he was asking the other man, ನಿನ್ನೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಮುಂಚೆ ಆಟೋ ಬಂದಿತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರು ಬಂದಿದ್ರು? ನಂಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ. ಇನ್ನು ಈ ಕಡೆ ಪಕ್ಕದ ಮನೆಯನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ದ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಬ್ರು ಯಾರು ಹೆಂಗಸರಿದ್ರು, ಒಬ್ರು ಗಂಡಸರಿದ್ರು. ಅವರು ಹಸಿರು ಸ್ಯಾರಿ ಉಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರು, ಕೈನಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗಲ್ಸ್, ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗಲ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಕಿವಿಗೆ ಜುಮ್ಕಿ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು, ತಲೆಗೆ ಗಂಟು ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರು. ಆಲ್ ದಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರಿಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಸಮ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ಇನ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್, some people are not. So those characteristics are there with these planets. Let us see that one. Now Sun is in Libra or Tula, but his observation is who is in the opposite house, which is Mesha. See, another important thing is, Rahu Ketu do not have this drushti. ರಾಹು ದೃಷ್ಟಿ, ಕೇತು ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಲ್ಲೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ? ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ನ ಅವರವರೇ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ, ಅವರು ಇರೋ ಕಡೆ ಒಬ್ಬಂದು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ಇಬ್ರು ದೇ ಆರ್ ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ ಟು ಸೇಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾಟಗರಿ. Rahu and Ketu. So they do not have any aspects. Drishti illa. Sun is watching Mesha, who is coming, who is going there, what is happening, residing in Tula or Libra. What about moon?
ಮೂನಿನ ದೃಷ್ಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲಿದೆ, ಯಾವುದು ಮಕರದ ಮೇಲೆ.
ಮಕರದ ಮೇಲಿದೆ. ಅವನು ಇರೋದು ಕಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ.
ಹೌದು.
ಕಟಕದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದು ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ರಿಕಾರನ್ or ಮಕರ. Same thing Mars. Mars is in Scorpio, but he is worried about what is happening in Vrishaba or Taurus. His drishti is always into the opposite sign. What about Mercury?
Meena.
Mercury seeing the Meena.
Meena.
Mercury is in Kanya, but he is watching what is happening in Meena. Jupiter.
ಗುರು ಮಿಥುನವನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ.
He is in Dhanasa, Sagittarius, but watching what is happening in the Meena or Gemini. What about Venus? Venus
seeing Kumbha.
Venus is in Leo or Simha, but watching the Kumbha or Aquarius.
ಹೌದು.
Similarly, Saturn also. Saturn is also in Leo, and he is watching what is happening in Kumbha.
Aquarius.
So both are watching the activities happening in the Kumbha Rashi or Aquarius. You're able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now these are, all the planets have this ability.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಗ್ರಹಗಳಿಗೂ ನೇರ ದೃಷ್ಟಿ ಇದೆ.
Yeah. That is what is happening in the just opposite house. They are able to see. But there are 3 planets. One is Mars or Kuja, another is Jupiter or Guru, and Saturn or Shani. They use that earthen part with 3 holes, which the what is that one? Who is this? Tenali Ramana?
Tenali Rama.
Yeah, who came covering his head with a earthen part which contained 2 holes for to see. Because king told, from tomorrow don't show me your face.
Don't show your face.
So these 3 people have got that madke with 3 holes already made. So they can watch not only the opposite house, but 2 more extras also. So let us say one by one. Say Mars, he was looking for only
4ನೇ ಮನೆ.
ವೃಷಭ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ, but he can watch Aquarius or Gemini also. So counting from where he is in Vrishchika, counting from there, Vrishchika, Sagittarius,
ಕುಂಭ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಿಥುನ,
Capricorn, Aquarius. So he is looking at the 4th sign from the place where he is. So if he is in Vrishchika, he is watching Aquarius.
4 ಮತ್ತು 8ನೇ ಮನೆ.
Similarly, this side he is watching Mithuna or Taurus. So he has got 2 special drishtis, 1 normal. Now Jupiter, earlier he was watching only Mithuna or Gemini. Now he can watch Mesha, and also he can watch Leo. So, one normal observation direction plus 2 special aspects. Saturn, earlier he was looking at Kumbha, but now he can watch what is happening in Vrushabha and also Tula. You're able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So, in a horoscope, there will be different things. One is who is the owner. Then, who is the occupant? What house he will be looking at it? You are able to follow?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now, you just make a small exercise. There, write down the names of the planets starting from this order. I will give you. You write down Ketu. Below that, you write Venus. Below the Venus, you write Sun. Below that, you write Moon. Below the Moon, you write Mars. Then
Kuja.
Rahu. Then Rahu. Then Jupiter. Then Saturn. Then Mercury.
So, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಿಧಾನ ಹೇಳಿ. ಕೇತು.
Yeah, I will repeat. The first one you write Ketu. Yeah. Below that, Shukra. Next one is Venus.
Shukra.
Below that, Sun, Ravi.
Surya.
Below that, Moon, Chandra. Below that, Kuja, Mars. Below that, Rahu. Below that, Jupiter.
Guru.
Jupiter means Guru. Below that, Saturn or Shani. Below that, Mercury or Buddha. You're able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Now this one I have given in the table. First table I gave you on the first class. If you write Ashwini, Bharani, Krutike, Rohini, Mrigashira, Ardra, Punarasa, Pushya, Aslesha in that order, these are the lords of the stars. Nakshatradipatigalu. Ashwinige Adipati Ketu. Bharanige Shukra. ಮಿಥುನ ಅಥವಾ ಜೆಮಿನಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬುಧ. ಹೀಗೆ ಇದು ಕೃತಿಕೆಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ?
ಹೌದು.
ರೋಹಿಣಿಗೆ
ಚಂದ್ರ
ಬರ್ತಾನೆ. ಮೃಗಶಿರ
ಮಂಗಳ.
ಮಂಗಳ ಕುಜ. ಆರಿದ್ರ
ರಾಹು.
ಸರ್ ಅದು ಹೀಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಅಶ್ವಿನಿ ಮಕ ಮೂಲ ಕೇತು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗ
ನಾನು ಟೇಬಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಲ್ಲ.
ಹೌದು. ಅಶ್ವಿನಿ ಮಕ ಮೂಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇತು. ಭರಣಿ
3 ನಕ್ಷತ್ರಗಳಿಗೆ ಇದು ಅಧಿಪತಿ. ಇದು ಯಾಕಾಯ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, these people got the signs which are like the states of a country. Now, some areas, regions were industrious, some were barren lands, some were fertile lands, things like that. So, as these fellows were traveling continuously, after some time they said, no, when somebody is moving and going to other place, whether should we not another person rule it. So we want ownership not only for the sign but also for the stars. So Rashyadipati, they also want to become Nakshatradipati also, so that they will get areas, different areas to understand problems, solutions, things like that. So Ashwini ರಾಶ್ಯಾಧಿಪತಿ ಯಾರು?
ಅಶ್ವಿನಿ ರಾಶ್ಯಾಧಿಪತಿ
ಕುಜ.
ಕೇತು.
ಕುಜ. ಅಶ್ವಿನಿ ಇಸ್ ಇನ್ ಮೇಷರಾಶಿ. ಮೇಷರಾಶಿಗೆ ಅಧಿಪತಿ ಕುಜ. ಮೇಷರಾಶಿಗೆ ಅಧಿಪತಿ ಕುಜ. ಆದರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಶ್ವಿನಿ ಇಸ್ ಒನ್ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ 4 ಕ್ವಾರ್ಟರ್ಸ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಧಿಪತಿ ಯಾರು? ಕೇತು. So a person born in Ashwini Nakshatra will have Rashyadipati Kuja or Mangala or Mars, and Star Lord or Nakshatradipati Ketu, because of having born in Ashwini star. A person born in Mrugashira Pada, the Rashyadipati is Buddha. ನಕ್ಷತ್ರಾಧಿಪತಿ ಯಾರು?
ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಸರ್?
ಮೃಗಶಿರ 3ನೇ ಪಾದದಲ್ಲಿ person is born in Mrugashira 3rd pada. So what is the Rashi in which it comes? Mrugashira 3rd pada comes in Gemini. So Rashyadipati is Buddha. But what is Nakshatradipati? Ashwini, Bharani, Kritike, Rohini, Mrugashira. It is the 5th one. So Ketu, Venus, Sun, Moon, Mars. So Mars is Nakshatradipati. Yeah, Mars is Nakshatradipati Kuja, but Rashyadipati is Buddha. Both are not occupying the Gemini or Mithuna. You are able to follow?
Yes.
In a Rashi,
ಈಗ ಗುರುಗಳ ಹೀಗಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಅನುರಾಧಕ್ಕೆ ರಾಶ್ಯಾಧಿಪತಿ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕುಜ, ಮಾರ್ಸ್. ನಕ್ಷತ್ರಾಧಿಪತಿ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಶನಿ.
Now Mars is here in Vrishchika, Rashyadipati avane, but Nakshatradipati is Saturn. But he is elsewhere. He is in Simha. ಅಲ್ವೇ? ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸಿರೋ ಹಾರೋಸ್ಕೋಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹಾರೋಸ್ಕೋಪ್ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹಾರೋಸ್ಕೋಪ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ತರ ನೀವು ಗ್ರಾಜುಯಲಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಏನೇನು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು? ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ರಾಶಿಯಾಧಿಪತಿ, ವಿಚ್ ರಾಶಿ, ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಅಧಿಪತಿ, which nakshatra, which is the, who is the lord for that one, and in which house it is there, lagna, which is lagna, and therefore what is the house. In this horoscope shown here, Mars is where? He is in the 12th house. Mars is in the 12th house, and he is the owner of that house, and owner of that sign also. He is Rashyadipati also, plus Adhipati for the 12th house, plus he is occupying that house also at that moment of time. After some time he may move to another place depending on whether he is on retrograde motion or direct motion. If he is in direct motion, he may move from Vrushchika to Dhanas. If he is in retrograde motion, he may move from Vrushchika to Tula or Libra. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that period of ruling also I had given. So add all of them, you get 120 years. So this is the table I gave yesterday.
Yes.
So here, if you write that Ketu, Venus, Sun, Moon, Mars, Rahu, Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, you will get that ownership of the stars. Nakshatradhipatis. Forgetting about the headlines what I have given. Headings, if you ignore, in one column you can write the star lord, then you can write the ruling period and add them. You will get 120 years total. Now, if a blank horoscope is there, you should be able to identify these many things, if not instantly, but looking at your notes, thinking back in your mind, going through the books, etc., or just trying to get what did I hear today in the class. Now, see, we had variety of students. Some people said, you keep some background music also. Because, I have seen some people, when studying, they keep the radio on and they will be studying. And whenever the starting tune of the particular song comes, they will say it is this particular song only. But I cannot recognize and tell which song it becomes because I was not concentrating on that. Though radio was on only. You are able to follow?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
So, in the beginning class I told, you must be participating physically, mentally, actively. You may be knowing the story of Karna getting education from whom?
Parshuram.
There we heard a story in primary school. Parashurama, keeping his head on the thighs of Karna, he was taking rest. He was sleeping. A insect came. It is in Kannada we call Jirunde Hula. He started drilling the other thigh, and there is blood coming out. He is getting extreme pain, etc. But his concentration is the teacher must have a sound sleep. He was attending for that, and not for this side. He never showed any attention at all. But the blood flowing could also touch this Parashurama.
And touched the body of Parashurama.
Yeah, then he thought something, what is hot, this one? He wake up and see this one. He is asking, what is this? He says, I don't know. Then he said, no, you cannot be a Brahmin, and I will not teach you anything because you told me lies. You are certainly a Kshatriya because you cannot bear this pain. Then he has already taught everything. So he said, at the prime moment, you will not get these ideas. You will forget.
Able to remember the things.
Yeah, momentarily you will forget about what you have learned from me. Think like that. So here, what is important is, it is not always we will have a soundproof room. Outside, vegetable center put the mic nowadays with a large volume, and you will be going on that. Luckily, we have class earlier in the morning. No vegetable vendor has come. Otherwise, all that recorded should have come in the record. So our interest would be only concentration. It is not easy to start with, but gradually it will be coming once you are physically, mentally, actively participating in the lesson, listening to what I am telling. Actually, I am telling very, very slowly only so that everybody should be able to understand. But many people have said you are too fast. I do not know whether it is slow or fast or medium for you.
No, it's
If I am very
perfect only. No problem.
If
No,
it
Quite
is
normal,
very
quite
fast,
normal, sir.
yeah, if it is very fast, I can make it slow. If it is slow, we can make it fast. But purpose is you should be able to understand whatever I tell.
Yes.
It is like a dry chalk piece. Dip a dry chalk piece in a glass of water. Now you can observe it just sucks the water fully up to the top. If you carefully hear, you will hear the sound also, like that it will take the water. The sound also you can hear. In villages, those who are doing the whitewashing on their own, they will know this. When they give a coating on the wall, you can hear the sound in which it is absorbing this white, ಸುಣ್ಣ ಬೆಳಿತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಸುಣ್ಣದ ನೀರು, it will absorb. Sound also we can hear. So if a chalk piece is partially wet, that means a person has attended classes somewhere or read some books, etc., but he has not understood so much correctly, clearly, completely, then he may not be attentive all the time. See, not only that, none of the lecture classes in foreign countries exceed 40 minutes. Out of 40 minutes, 20 minutes is the only lecture time, and remaining 20 is for introduction of the participants, giving details of the program, keeping an assignment, a test, plus reserving some time for feedback. All that will be there. So they cannot sit for more than that. But what I observed here is all examinations we write, any board or any this one, university, everywhere the examination is for 3 hours duration. So unless we practice sitting at one place for 3 hours, it may not be comfortable to sit in examination hall for 3 hours. Therefore, each class duration should be minimum 3 hours. That is what I have taken. Approximately, maybe 10 minutes less or more. Generally, it will be more only, it won't be less. You're able to follow?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, with a blank,
Yes.
with a blank horoscope given here, you should be able to identify the Rashi or sign, star or pada and pada, Rashyadipati, Nakshadipati, Lagna, which is 5th house, which is 10th house for with respect to particular horoscope. Who is the Lagnadipati? That is owner of the Lagna, 1st house, owner of the 2nd house, owner of the 3rd house. So like that. And who has got normal drushti or something like observation direction? Who has got special drushtis? That is, in addition to the normal plus extra 2. Who are moving in the forward direction or clockwise direction? Who are moving in the retrograde direction? All these things we can see here. You're able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And we have learned what will be the dasha and how many years is the ruling period per person born in each star. So, if a person is born in Ashwini Nakshatra, in what dasha he will be there?
He is Puja Dasha. Allah. Ketu Dasha.
Ketu dasha, because
Yes.
that 7 years I had given the table,
Yes.
Ashwini Maka Mula is ruled by Ketu, and the ruling period is 7 years. Alva?
Ruling period 7 years.
7 years.
Now, simple ಅರ್ಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಆ 7 years 4 ಭಾಗ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. 2 ಭಾಗ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 3.5 ವರ್ಷ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. 3 ವರ್ಷ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು? 36 ತಿಂಗಳು, ಅರ್ಧಕ್ಕೆ 6, 42. ಅದನ್ನು ಅರ್ಧ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 21 ಮೀನ್ಸ್ 1 year 9 months. ಸೊ ಅಶ್ವಿನಿ ನಕ್ಷತ್ರ ಒಂದು ಪಾದ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಹಿ ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಫುಲ್ 7 years. ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಬಾರನ್ ಇನ್ ಅಶ್ವಿನಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪಾದ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾದ ಕ್ವಾರ್ಟರ್ he has already lost. So balance will be that 7 years minus of 1 year 9 months. Ashwini born in the third pada, out of 7 years, 3.5 years has gone. So he has got only 3.5 years of that Ketu Dasha. Ashwini born in the fourth part, although Ketu Dasha born, total period is 9, 7 years.
Only 1 year 9 months.
1 year 9 months is left. After that, the next one will come in. That means after that, the Shukra Dasha will come. Then after 20 years, Sun Dasha will come. After 6 years, Moon Dasha will come. After 10 years, Mars Dasha comes, which will be for 7 years. Then you will get the Rahu Dasha, which goes for 18 years. After that, Jupiter Dasha for 16 years. Then Saturn Dasha for 19 years. After that, Mercury Dasha for 17 years. Then it again starts with Ketu Dasha, etc. So this one circle totally takes 120 years.
20 years.
So this is typically the longest lifespan that people can have. Plus minus is always there because there is a tolerance. So some people may live beyond 120, some people less than 120, like that. Recently there was a WhatsApp thing. In Tamil Nadu, there was someone aged 127, he was walking on the street and he was introduced by someone else, like that. You might have seen, like that. Is this clear what I have told?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, this is where signs, stars and quarters have been put there. So we have Purna Nakshatras, Dvipada Nakshatras allotted different signs or rasis. They will be different houses also depending on the Lagna of the particular instant of time the horoscope is written. So a blank horoscope means you should be able to write all this. This comes only by practice. You have to do only 3 things. First is practice, second is practice, third is practice. Then you will become expert. Now, why Earth is not there in the horoscope is it is at the center of the horoscope. We are looking from far away, so it is so small that it is like a point. So, any questions so far? Either big questions or small questions or questions within questions, like that. What I have covered today and what I have covered so far. So, if you have any questions of previous 2 classes, you go through the video again. In fact, yesterday, when somebody told this background music volume was more, etc., I wanted to check, so I did go through both the videos fully, spending same 3 hours plus and 3 hours plus, and I found that explanation given and other things is certainly very clear, correct and complete. Anybody can understand. There are 1 or 2 small mistakes are there, the typing errors and other things which I might have pointed out. And otherwise, with the information, you should be able to prepare and find out the most auspicious time for performing auspicious functions, which will be like one of that 15 Panchadasha karmas, which are called duties. You are able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So only thing is you have to try, you have to sit and work. If you do 2-3 problems, then you will become fast. You will be able to do it. First time it is not possible. Second time it is easy. Third time it is much more easier. Afterwards it becomes very simple. You will be able to see without any instructions also. See, yesterday's was most of the time giving instructions, and you have to search in the paper, that book, what are the page, which corner we have to see, like that. It is just like in villages I had seen. A lady, a old woman, aged about 90 or so, will be in a room somewhere. She is not able to walk, etc. But from there, he will give instructions to one of the grandchild or one of the grandson's wife, who may be in the kitchen. Instructions. First, ಒಲೆ ಹಚ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಾಣಲೆ ಇಡಿ, 2 ಚಮಚ ಎಣ್ಣೆ ಹಾಕಿ, 1 ಚಮಚ ಸಾಸಿವೆ ಹಾಕಿ, like that. Giving instructions to prepare any item. It may be for preparing coffee, tea, or bisibele bath, anything like that. Now, by listening, she is able to perform correctly, clearly, completely, and finally, what is cooked will be fine to eat. So, like that, it is possible. Sometimes, if one time you are not able to follow the instructions, you go through the video again. Whatever is you have missed, because of the concentration and other any reason, you will be able to get it, and you should be able to work it. You are able to follow?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Any doubts so far?
No, sir.
Because don't try to generate doubts in the mind. You just try to take whatever I am giving first. Once you learn, afterwards you can always acquire additional information from all available sources. See, today it is not a problem. See, in 1955, I have already told you, we had a teacher by name Praneshacharya, 5th standard. He was teaching social science. The village boys coming from our village, they said, tomorrow there is festival in our village, so I will not come. So we give us leave for tomorrow, and class we don't have to take, because 9 members were from the same village were coming, and the strength of the class was 11. But he said, ಯಾರು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಖಾಲಿ ಬಚ್ಚಿಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ, because he want to practice teaching. If you do that one only, you will become a teacher. Is it not? So that is what we can do here. Even if students are not there, we can keep on teaching, imagining they are there, they are listening, they are doing something like that. Say, for example, here, if your video is on, I will not be concentrating, but sometimes I can see what you are doing or not. But if video is off, I don't know whether it will be logged in and gone out or things like that. So that is the thing. But I think my presentation is clear, correct, and complete. Are you able to follow?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So if any doubts are there, the topic on which we have not covered, they will come again and again and again in the coming lessons. Now let us see that something.
Sir, Gochara andre ಏನು sir?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, we know that planets are not sitting at one place in a sofa or a chair. Simhasana. They are not, because they are Adhipati, they are not sitting on the crown.
Sorry.
They keep on traveling.
Gochara, Grahachara, both are the same.
That is motion of the planets. So what happens at the moment of birth, that particular point in time, the photograph is taken, that gives the horoscope. But the next microsecond, 1.85 microsecond, there will be small movement, and they have changed the position already. A photo taken now after 1.85 microseconds will be different from the previous one because it is like a moving. Continuously they are moving. But we are trying to recognize 30 degree because it is called as a Rashi, and something like 13 degrees 20 minutes because it is called a Nakshatra or star, and 3 degrees 20 minutes which is called one Nakshatra Pada. So within the Nakshatra Pada, 3 degrees 20 minutes means 3 degrees is 180 minutes, 180 plus 20, 200 minutes is there. Is it not? So 200 minutes is one Pada. But we are talking of 1.85 microseconds. So there is a gradual movement of the thing, but we see here only that digital watch like thing. See, digital watch will show 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the hour thing. And if hour and minute is displayed, it can give only up to minute. In some of the digital clocks, seconds is also shown. Then every second is being shown there. The counter will be moving faster. In the sports watch, if it is digital, there will be decimal seconds also will be shown there. How fast it will be moving, like that. So the positions occupied by the planets at any given instant of time depends on their motion compared to what it was at the time of birth. So we are studying here who is the owner of a particular sign, who is the occupant, what are the aspects and different signs of the horoscope with reference to at the time of birth. So this is called the horoscope. But if you take the photograph today, that is, make the horoscope for today's date, today's time, today's place of birth, we get a different picture. That is because of this motion of the planets which are not stationary. So that means we have seen in the example horoscopes, say Venus and Saturn, they were in Leo. Is it not? The example what I gave you. Venus and Saturn, they were in Leo or Simha at the time of birth. But if you plot now, because they are moving, they will be at some other place also, and they may come down, and particular moment it may come to the same place also. Not that they cannot, depending on the motion. And each one has got their own speed and their own track. They won't collide while moving. So the effect of the planets based on their current position in the horoscope on the horoscope which was written so many years back. That is called that effect of transit of planets. That is motion of planets. That is what is happening in Gochara or Grachara or motion of the effect of the motion of the planets. Yeah. Effect of motion of the planets on the horoscope of the individual. Horoscope was taken at the time of birth, and this is for any other time.
Thank you, sir. Then what is this Karana, sir?
Huh?
Karana.
What is that one?
Karana yoga.
Yeah, I am giving. All those things will come. Now, you see, we have the horoscope, and there we have got different signs, stars and quarters. Now, the signs have different properties. All are not having same type. See, country, if you go from one place to another place, there will be fertile land, there will be barren land, there will be only this concrete city, and there will be forest, things like that, rivers, so on. So here, the signs or rashis are classified into 3 different varieties. They call it as movable signs, fixed signs, common signs. In Kannada, it is called Chara, Stira, Dviswabhava. Movable means Chara. Chara Rashi is a movable sign. Fixed is Stira Rashi. It is a static sign. Common means it is dual. It can be movable and also it can be fixed, anything like that. That means more adjustable sign. So they are marked like this. Starting from Mesha, it is movable, fixed, common, movable, fixed, common, movable, fixed, common, movable, fixed, common. So 4 times it will come. Now you should be able to tell a person born in Ashwini Nakshatra in what sign he is there.
ಕಾಮನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಗುರುಗಳ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ?
Dviswabhava. That means they are able to have either movable or fixed, both they are adjustable. That means that is the purpose of explaining here. I am asking, suppose a person is born in Ashwini Nakshatra, in what type of sign he is there from this table and the explanation given. M is movable, F is fixed, C is common. Movable means Chara Rashi. Fixed is Stira Rashi. Common means it is dual, Dviswabhava Rashi. Dviswabhava means ಎರಡು ಸ್ವಭಾವನೂ ಇದೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ, that sign ಗೆ. So what is the nature of people born in the
ಫ್ಲಕ್ಚುಯೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದಾ ಸರ್? ಫ್ಲಕ್ಚುಯೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಕಾಮನ್ ಗೆ?
ಫ್ಲಕ್ಚುಯೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಮೂವಿಂಗ್. ಫ್ಲಕ್ಚುಯೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏರಿಳಿತ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏರಿಳಿತ ಬರಲ್ಲ. They are only moving. That means I can give example like this. See, if you appoint a person something belonging to Ashwini Nakshatra, because of, by virtue of his place in Mesha Rashi, it is a movable sign. He is liking jobs where mobility is there. It could be a postman going from house to house delivering letters. It may be delivery boys. They may be marketing people, etc. like that. If you ask them to sit in a room, giving him table, chair, fan, phone, everything, they do not like so much to sit and work. They want movement. So you can put them for moving goods from one department to another department, think like that. Now fixed is Stira Rashi. These people are opposite type. You ask them, go and deposit this money in the bank, bring back the receipts, etc. They do not like to do that job. But whatever they can sit and do, you give them 1,000 envelopes and postal stamps, ask them to paste it and give. They will sit, paste it and give. One man, I asked him, what are you doing? You know what he said? I cut 20 kg onion in a day, because he is working in a hotel, cafe, or like that. So many people will not try to cut onion or irulli or nirulli, because people get tears in their eyes, which will clear their eyes. But some people like to do that. So movable type of work they do not prefer. These are the general characteristics of people born in different signs, maybe in different nakshatras, but if they belong to the particular Rashi or sign, these are the characteristics. But consider the people of Mithuna. You ask them to do job, moving from place to place, they will do it. Ask them to sit at one place, do some work, they will do it. That means they are more adjustable than the people born in Mesha Rashi, Aries, or Vrishabha Rashi, or Taurus, because they have restrictions. They like one job, they do not like another type of job. But these people like everything. They will do both mobile as well as stationary type of job. You are able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
That means if in recruitment you want to take people to work in your department, whom do you prefer?
I prefer common.
C.
It depends. See, suppose you want to have a cashier who will have to collect the money or give the money for making purchases or receiving the balance unspent money and the purchases, then that cashier, he cannot go for one place to another place. He must be there only. Then, depending on the nature of the work, you can select the different people belonging to different category like this. You are able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
No one is good, no one is bad. Depending on the...
But based on the situation.
Yeah, liking of the individual for the different type of job. Yes. So, if you take a horoscope, that means you are already asking in the application form date of birth, place of birth. You can also ask time of birth and prepare a kundli. Then you can arrange them such a way that you take a person depending on which type of work is there, whom you can give. Why not do that kind of an experiment? Is it not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that overall productivity of the industry will improve. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
And whatever you like, you will try to do. You will forget about time and place. You will be in heaven. Like what I am doing here. I will not have idea of what is time, what is happening, where I am, when I am doing only my job of teaching. So you should be also like that. While listening, you should forget about all other things for this particular period of time. Present physically, mentally, actively in the session. Then you will become expert much quicker. Less explanations required. Small thing, you will understand more. So here there is equal distribution. The 12 signs are there. M mobile signs there are 4. Fixed there are 4. And UL are common, there are 4. So these are the general average characteristics of people born in different signs. So now you should be able to say a person born in a Cancer sign, what is the type of job? That will be suitable. Huh? Cancer sign, Karkataka Rashi.
Karkataka is movable.
So he likes job doing
movement,
mobile,
wandering.
Involves movement.
Yes.
So like that you can get the idea. This you are able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now the signs are also given something like predominant characteristics which are expressed by male and female people. So a person born in Ashwini Nakshatra, what kind of gender liking he will have? See, Ashwini Nakshatra belongs to Mesha Rashi. The lordship is Puja, and he belongs to male category. That means, even though it may be a lady born in either Ashwini or Bharani or Kritika 1.
Kritika Pratama Pada.
1. Although they may be female, they will have male characteristics. That means they will have something like the Dhairya. Dhairya will be more. That means they will be ready to fight. They are able to follow. Male characteristics they will have. Similarly, Kritika 2, 3, 4, then Rohini, Mrugashira 1 and 2. Even they may be male, but they will have more of, they display feminine characteristics. So the signs are classified into 2 parts: male signs, female signs. Male signs, female signs, like that. So there are 12 signs are there. 6 exhibit male characteristics, 6 exhibit female characteristics. Now, can you look at your horoscope and check whether you belong to movable, fixed, common category, or whether you belong to male and female category? Do you have your horoscope with you?
No, sir.
So you can, that's why I told in the beginning only, no? You keep your horoscope also ready so that you can go through and check what you are getting here and what is there, whether there is some resemblance or some differences, whether it is right, wrong, whether 50% correct, 50% right, 75% correct, 25% right, 90% correct, 10% right, like that. You are able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now, looking at any horoscope, identifying in what star he is born and what sign or Rashi he belongs, we will be able to tell this particular individual will display mostly male characteristics or mostly female characteristics. You are able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Should we go for the next one?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now, these signs are also classified into 4 categories: Agni, Prithvi, Vayu, Jala. In English, fire, earth, air, water. Kannada, Agni, Prithvi, Vayu, Jala. So starting from Mesha, it is Agni, Prithvi, Vayu, Jala. Again Agni, Prithvi, Vayu, Jala. Again Agni, Prithvi, Vayu, Jala. Fire, earth, air, water. Fire, earth, air, water. Fire, earth, air, water. Now, can you give some idea of the nature of the people born in Ashwini star or Bharani star or Kritika first pada? What they will have? Predominantly,
they will be having Agni's characteristics.
yes. So predominantly, they will have fire characteristics, or that is called as Agni Tattva. Agni Tattva, Bhu Tattva, Vayu Tattva, Jala Tattva. That means they will be, the fire means what, people will keep off always, is it not? It is danger to talk to this person, whether lady or gents. What about earth? Earth
means
characteristics.
somewhat they are constant or cool.
Cool.
Now, what happens
fertile.
in Earth, whether it is fertile or barren land or anything, somebody digs, somebody throws some object there, do whatever you want. Earth will not bother. That is, they have most patient people. They will listen. Even if you shout at them, they will keep cool only. So, if you want to keep servants, if they belong to this category, then even if you shout at them sometime, they will not mistake. They will say, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮೂಡ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಬಾಸ ಸೋಯತ್ತು ಏನೋ ಬಾಯಿ ಬಂದ್ರು ನಾಳೆ ಸರಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲಕ್ಕೆ ಸರಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. What about people belonging to Mithuna Rashi or
wandering nature and active nature?
No. See, this is air, Vayu Tattva. Vayu Tattva, you see, ಗಾಳಿ ಬೀಸಿದಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Plus, one property of the air is, if you take a big sealed house, anything like that, where there is no air, if you just inject using a syringe like that, one cc of air, it will occupy the whole building. The primary school experiment was done. In low tar glass, if you put water, it will take the shape of the glass. Is it not? Whereas, in a place, if you leave
adjustable,
air will occupy entire thing. Whole space it will occupy.
Yes.
So, what are the air characteristics you can see? And that kind
adjustable.
of they are available in people who exhibit this property. It is an average property. So, they will have air in nature. That means they will not have steady mind. They will have unsteady mind. ಇದು ಮಾಡೋಣ ಬೇಡವಾ ಅದರಲ್ಲೇ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. They will not be able to decide easily. It's some of the qualities only. What about water? The people born
moving, always moving.
Cancer, Vrishchika and Meena. Kataka, Vrishchika, Meena. They are having Jala Tattva or water in nature. That means they are more adjustable. Whatever space is there, they get adjusted to that. If they are standing still in the well or a bucket or like that, they will be there. Flowing water, it will be flowing there, like that. That means they move from one place to another place. Say, a small tank, rain, overflowing, wastewater goes out. Like that, it comes from different places, they join, become a stream, then they will become a river elsewhere. Say, for example, in Chikmagalur, the water is flowing from over filled tanks will become a small stream and flow near Chikmagalur. Then when they reach Hassan, it becomes a river. Then probably it will go and join the ocean. So all the way they will help for irrigation, for so many things, wherever water is needed, etc. That means water science are generally more successful science. So people born in Cancer, Vrishchika, Meena, they are the most successful people on the earth. You're able to follow?
Yes, sir.
So you can check with your horoscope, so which one you belong, like that. This is the average characteristics. But with suitable training, with change of mind, thinking out of the box, and so many techniques people are using, you can overcome these things to suit the requirement. So everything is fine, except you have to sit and work in the this cashier room for dispersing and collecting money. You don't have job. So if you can adjust it, that will be fine for you. Is it not? Like that.
Yes.
So it may be general characteristics is given, but you have to get training. See, I am giving free training of how to sit at least for 3 hours, concentrating on one particular aspect of learning. Are you able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
It is not otherwise easy to sit for 3 hours, 4 hours, etc. But if the lesson is made so much interesting, etc., you will not like to miss a single word, a single sentence, a single presentation that is given there, and you will try to observe anything and everything. But if attention is not given, you may miss. So each one has got totally different characteristics. You can see here, already you have seen, is it not? Each people born in different star signs and quarters will have different type of combination of the characteristics that they will have. These are the average characteristics which can be changed by suitable training, interest, motivation, inspiration, etc. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Clear.
Now, these signs are also called odd and even signs. Odd ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಬೆಸ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ, ಈವನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈವನ್ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ, ಸರಿ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ, ಬೆಸ ಮತ್ತು ಸರಿ. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 we have given the number 1 to 12 for the rashis based on this gadiar or clocks. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
So which are the number signs which come in the odd number there? It is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. They are odd signs. And 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, they are even signs. You're able to follow?
Yes, sir.
It's easy to remember.
Yeah, because that number 1, 2, 3 from the clock
Yes, yes.
or watch dial I have given. So that where is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, they are the odd numbers. So odd signs. Even number is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. They are even numbers. Now, also there is classification like positive and negative signs. So starting with Mesha is positive, next is negative. Mithuna is negative, Kataka is Mithuna is positive, Kataka is negative, like that. Now, if a person born in Ashwini star or Bharani or Kritika 1, what type of characteristics he will have? Whether positive or negative?
Which one, sir?
A person born in Ashwini star.
Positive.
He is positive.
Positive. So here many things you can give explanation for what is positive, what is negative. For example, one is about accumulation of wealth and spending. So people born in positive sign, they try to make acquisition not for their own, but for their children, grandchildren, etc. So they have tendency to acquire and accumulate. It could be in terms of the number of sites they own, or amount of money, or kg of gold and silver they have, like that. That kind of a thing you can see. See, if there is negative sign, they are for spending. They don't think of tomorrow, day after tomorrow, next generation, and so on and so forth. Today we have something, let us enjoy it. That kind of a thing. They do not live for future, they live for present.
Present.
But positive sign people, they don't live for today. They want their children, grandchildren life should be better than what they are. So whatever they earn, they accumulate more and keep it as a reserve for future people. They want to see their future will be better than present. You're able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Like
Sir,
that.
what about positive people? They acquire knowledge also.
Everything. That is what. Depending on
and negative people, they don't have knowledge.
See,
lack of knowledge.
Positive people will acquire knowledge, but they don't tell others.
Oh.
But negative sign people, whatever they learn, they will pass it on to others. Because they don't want to keep it with them. It might go everywhere.
My question is whether they acquire the knowledge, negative people or...
No. Both will acquire. But positive people, they are not fit for teachers.
Yeah.
Because they keep it a secret.
Right.
They will not tell hints.
Right.
But people belong to negative category. They want the information to be passed. They want to tell all others what they have acquired by hard work, spending several sleepless nights in shorter time.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Taskarasya andrutam balam. Taskarasya andrutam balam. ये नेगेटिव पीपल ज्यादा बोलते करते रहते.
See, for example, you see, by the way the people are behaving, you can also find out whether they belong to negative sign or positive sign. So, what do you think where I belong? Whether I am positive or negative?
You are negative.
Based on Rashi.
Because we have spent several years of study, time, energy, money, everything, and learned in a very hardest possible way and simplified the subject, presenting in the simplest possible form, so that anybody can learn in the shortest possible time. And that can be done only people having negative characteristic of the signs in which they are born. It could be depending on the signs there, Taurus people, Cancer, then Virgo, Vrishchika, then this Capricorn and Meena. These people, they try to give more to society than they take it from the society. Whereas the positive people, they get all benefits from society. They don't want to give what they got to others. They keep many things as secret. You're able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now, the signs also have characteristic or tendency for liking a particular direction. So, it is marked like this: east, south, west, north. East, south, west, north. East, south, west, north. Like this. So, as an example, a person born in Ashwini Nakshatra, what kind of direction is more suitable for him?
East.
Yeah. Similarly, a person born in Libra, which direction he prefers?
West.
Yeah. So, I have written there letter ESWN for the different directions there. South, north, east, west, things like that. You're able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now, signs of exaltation are Ucha Kshetra. So, have you seen something like a giant wheel? Giant wheel which will be in some type of the jatras also will be there, and maybe some of this when exhibition grounds there will be wheels, they have cradles, people will go and sit there, the wheel will be rotated slowly, so they will be rising and falling of the cradles attached to a circular rotating wheel, so that people
ರೆಂಟಲ್
can
ರಾಟೆ.
go.
Yes,
They are
ರೆಂಟಲ್
called
ರಾಟೆ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಅದು.
some English it is called giant wheel anta, giant wheel.
Okay.
But see, what you have seen in villages and jatras is they increase the speed from 0 at the starting point to certain maximum value, then they will bring back this sound speed gradually and to rest, so that people can get out and new people can go and sit there. Is it not?
Yes. Yes, yes.
But this huge giant wheels.
Guruji, 1 second. Can you show me the previous slide? North, east, south, west. Okay. North. How come it starts from that N north from that Meena?
If you start from Meena, it will be northeast, southwest, northeast, southwest, northeast.
No, all your this thing started from Mesha, but why it is starting from Meena?
No, this is we
East,
cannot ask
taken east as Meena. Alam, Mesha. East
no,
is
see what happens here, there is one thing, that is we cannot question why. For that Raman has told one thing,
astrological language.
Raman has told some important thing, that he said, you ask the right question, nature will answer you. Is it not? Now here, how it can be is, normally we look at east for sunrise. Is it not?
Yeah.
Correct.
Now, if you face east direction and stand, what is behind?
West.
ಇದು ನಾವು ಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಕ್ಲಾಕ್ ವೈಸ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಇದೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ಟ್, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸೌತ್, ಆಮೇಲೆ ವೆಸ್ಟ್, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾರ್ತ್, ಹಾಗೆ ಕ್ಲಾಕ್ ವೈಸ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್.
Exactly, that is what I am trying to tell. So front we see the east, back is west.
West.
Right side will be south. Left will be north. Now
north.
if you go for the clockwise motion of the clock, starting from east, now we move towards the south, then we come to the west, then we come to the north, then again we come to the east, and goes like that. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
But it is generally people will call for north, east, south, west, and northeast corner they prefer. Is it not?
Yes.
Therefore
ಅಷ್ಟದಿಕ್ಕುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಗುರುಗಳೇ, ನಾರ್ತ್ ಈಸ್ಟ್.
ಸೊ ಈಗೇನಾಯ್ತು, ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ
ಅಷ್ಟದಿಕ್ಕುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ 4 ದಿಕ್ಕುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇದನ್ನೇ
ಸಾಕು. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಹಾಗೆ. ಎನಿವೆ, these are the average characteristics that they prefer that kind of a direction for movement or anything.
Okay.
So our directional features irutte. That means early morning they will be good at this one, because it will be a fresh type of thing, like that. Interpretation, you can do anything that is attached to those directions. Now we will see the giant wheel I was telling. So imagine a giant wheel which is a very huge one, maybe diameter is like about 200 feet or so. It has got attached cradles where people can go and sit there. The wheel rotates not at high speed, but takes about 15 minutes for one round. Now there will be an audio recorded information available. They will say, as the cradle rises from bottom to top and lowers from top to bottom, taking 15 minutes, they will be explaining, see that Lal Killa, that red building, red fort. See this side, that is this the Rajpath, or this is Supreme Court. This is something that market. What is that market? Chandni Chowk, like that. So
Chandni Chowk.
Like that. So that is made for visitors, not only for going up and down, but to locate different places of tourist interest, their background, what is the things available there, etc. like that. So what happens, depending on the location at which they are there in that moving wheel, in their carriage or cradle, they will be able to see better when they reach particular angular orientation to see a particular structure or something which is visible at that place. It is not that much easy to see the same thing at some other place. So like that, here when planets are going around this horoscope, let us say, at some place they are more powerful. So that is called signs of exaltation or Ucha Sthiti. You are able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So, Sun, if it is in Mars, he is in the Ucha or exaltation position. Moon is, if in Vrishabha, that means...
What is the 10, number 10?
Yeah, I will tell you later on. Okay. First, look at the sign. If Sun is in Mesha, he is in exaltation. Now, within that Mesha Rashi also, we have got 30 degrees angular orientation. Is it not?
Right.
So, within the Aries sign or Mesha Rashi, when the Sun reaches the 10th degree position, that is, Mesha starts from 0 degree, then 10, 20, 30 can make like that. So when Sun reaches 10, that is the highest exaltation position. Otherwise, total sign is an exalted sign. You are able to follow? For Sun.
Yes.
So very accurate assessment means we go for the degree also. That's why I gave you in the table not only the star, planet, star, pada, rashi, then I have given the angular position in degree minutes also. So accurate this thing means we go for that, otherwise it is not required. So Sun at 10 degree is maximum exaltation position. Otherwise, generally Sun in Aries means he is exalted position. Moon is at 3 degrees of Taurus. Then comes Rahu and Ketu. So, if they are in Gemini or Mithuna and Ketu in Sagittarius or Dhanasu, they are at the exaltation position or Uchna either. So, Jupiter is Ucha or in exalted position at 5 degrees
Kataka
in Cancer sign. That is maximum. But in general, we say in Cancer, Jupiter is exalted. Mercury is exalted in Kanya. It is at 15 degrees. But otherwise, in general, in Kanya Rashi or that is Virgo, Mercury is exalted. Saturn is at 20 degrees in Libra or Tula. That is the
no degree shown to Rahu and Ketu, sir?
That means they are wherever they are there, it is okay. So these are the specific points for these people. So if we ignore the accurate analysis of inaccurate information, because our horoscope cannot be our horoscope, there may be mistakes in entering the date, time, place, birth, etc. like that. So angles that can be ignored. But I have given specifically that also. Wherever is necessary, we can use. Otherwise, we can apply the same thing for the complete sign also. Now, Mars is exalted after 28 degrees in Capricorn. That is, Capricorn starts at Uttarashada 3. But you see, 28 degree means we will be reaching there. Uttarashada, Shravana, Dhanishta. Dhanishta, Yarne Pada, it will be exalted to the maximum extent. But in Makara Rashi, Mars is exalted portion. Venus is in Meena. That means, exact means 27 degrees. That means at the beginning of 4th pada of Revati Nakshatra. Otherwise, if Venus is in Meena Rashi or Pisces, then he is in exalted position. Now, you can go through your horoscope, look at where each planet is located in your horoscope, and find out, is there any planet in exalted position or not, or somewhere else.
ಗುರುಗಳೇ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 3ಕ್ಕೆ ಇದೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ, ವೃಶ್ಚಿಕ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ, ಆಮೇಲೆ 3 ಜಾಗ ಕೊಡ್ಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಜೈಂಟ್ ವೀಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮರ ಗಿರ ಇದು ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಇರೋದು ಕಾಣಿಸಲ್ವಲ್ಲ.
ಹೌದು,
ಈಗ ವೀಲಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮೇಲಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ, ರೌಂಡ್ ವೀಲು, ಹೊರಗಡೆ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ ಏನೇನು ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಅವ್ನು ಮುಂಚೆ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾನೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ, ಏನಂತ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಡಿಯೋ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ನೋಡಿ ನೀವು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಲ್ಗಡೆ ಏನು ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ, ಎಡಗಡೆ ಏನು ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾನೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಆವಾಗ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ದೆಮ್. ಕೆನ್ ಯು ಸೀಲ್ ದಿ ಲಾಲ್ ಮಕಾನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೊಕೇಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಈಸ್ಟ್, ಅವನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಆವಾಗ ನೀವು ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಇದು, ಆ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಇದೆಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಈ ಥರ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೋದು ನೀವು. ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಗೋಪುರ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ.
Very good explanation. Very good explanation. Comparison is really good.
So therefore, some places we may not see anything. So ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ನಿಮ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಿರ್ತಾನೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನು ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾನೆ. So these are the positions of exaltation. Okay.
Right, sir.
Now, once you know this one, the opposite position is the sign of debilitation. Ucha Kshetra, 180 degree opposite is Nicha Kshetra. That means person is in Ucha Kshetra. That means as long as he is head of a department, head of a section, head of an organization, head of a state, head of a country, he can do anything, give you anything. But if he is in debilitated position, that means he is not in that place, but he is about to retire, go in the next 3 months, or transfer order has come, next 3 months he is going out, he will not do any work, he will not help you. So Ucha Kshetra, if planets are there, they try to help. But if there are debilitations, their help is not available fully, but something they may be available. You are able to follow?
Yes, sir.
If I have power, I can give. If I don't have power, I can't give. See, somebody will come and ask, ಇದು ಓಲ್ಡನ್ ಡೇಸ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಈಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಯಾರು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕಾರ್ಡ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಒಂದಿದೆ, ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಜೊತೆ ಏನೋ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. ಅವನೇ ಹೇಳಿರ್ತಾನೆ, ಅಟೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಎ ಗೆಜೆಟೆಡ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ is to be enclosed ಅಂತ ಹಾಕ್ತಾನೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ there are some people who are known as gazetted officers. Can you tell me who is a gazetted officer?
Who signs in a green ink.
That is one thing.
Group A, Group B officers can do attestation. Only Group A and Group B officers.
Not that way. Actual name is those persons whose name is published in the Gazette.
Has been brought in Gazette.
Only in the Gazette, if the name is published, they can sign.
Yes, yes, yes.
Otherwise, Group A, Group B people working in a private company getting even more salary than gazetted officer will not become gazetted officer. Gazetted officers are names are published in gazettes who can attest documents submitted by someone telling that this is the LTM of so and so, left hand thumb impression of so and so, attested by me, name and Padnam, Nam and Padnam, name and designation, place, ella baritane alli. So that is the power. So if he is retired or kept on suspension because of taking money or bribe or any such things like that, he cannot sign, because once he leaves that post, he is not a gazetted officer. So this is, there are places of something like Ucha-kshetra and Nicha-kshetra. When they are in Ucha-kshetra, they will be able to do, they have powers to do it. They may do it, they may not do it. But when they don't have power in debilitation, science or Nicha-kshetra, their help will be minimum, not zero. Something will be there. Instead of giving something like 50 rupees for anybody who goes during the Ganesha festival, telling that we are keeping a pandal in the road, give money. He may give like a position. Not in position, he may give some 25 rupees, something he will do. He will not say, I will not give anything. Like that. You are able to follow?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, there are what are known as Mula Trikona signs. Mula Trikona means, see, from the beginning, we divided the horoscope, that round horoscope, into 3 parts of 120 degree, 120 degree, 120 degree. Is it not? So, those positions are something like Trikona. So, in this, if you go for numbering scheme, if you say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, if you give the clock numbering here for the signs, then after 120 degree, 120 degree, what it will come? See, suppose Mesha Rashi is number 1. Then 120 degree comes at the end of
Mithuna.
At the end of Cancer and the beginning of the Leo, that means Leo will be the 5th place. See, Mesha is 1, 2 is Vrishaba, 3 is Gemini, 4th is Cancer, 5th is Leo. So, 1 and 5 is in Trikona. So if you continue, 6th is Virgo or Kanya, 7th is Tula or Libra, 8th is Vrishchika or Scorpio, 9th is Dhanas or Sagittarius. So 1, 5, 9, Mesha, Simha, Dhanasa, they became Mula, something like a Trikona signs. Trikona signs. They are at, they form a triangle. Can you see? They form a triangle because they are at 120 degree, 120 degree, 120 degree. So it becomes a triangle. So this Mula Trikona signs for different planets are given here. That means if the planets are in this place where I have shown in the diagram, then they say they are occupying that Mula Trikona signs. Now, if you see the Aries or Mesha, who is the owner?
Kuja.
That is Mars. And in this diagram, who is the occupant?
Mars.
Occupant is own house only.
Mars.
Swakshetra. Swakshetra.
Yeah, owner is also Mars occupant is also Mars. And he is also the owner of the lord of the Moola Trikona sign. So he is not only the Rashyadipati, he is also something like occupant of that sign or house also, depending on which house it is there. And also he is occupying the position of Moola Trikona. So it will add additional powers. So moon is in Vrishabha. It is not his sign. He is an occupant in another place. But he has some power because of he is occupying a Moola Trikona sign. Like that for other planets over there. Are you able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So, for Sun, which is the Moola Trikona sign?
Simha.
Simha. Who is the owner?
Owner Surya.
Owner of Sun. Owner of that Leo.
Yes.
Who is Rashyadipati for Simha?
Moon.
Simha Rashiಗೆ ಯಾರು ರಾಶಿಯಾಧಿಪತಿ?
ರಾಶಿಯಾಧಿಪತಿ Sun.
Moon.
Sun.
No, morning also I told you the allotment of the different planets.
ಮೂಲ ಕಟಕಕ್ಕೆ.
So Leo, sign lord or Rashyadipati is Sun.
Surya.
You are able to follow?
Yes.
For Leo sign
Yes.
or Simha Rashi, Rashyadipati is Surya or Sun. He is occupying his own house in that location shown in the horoscope in the picture. He is not alone. He is together with Rahu, either a wanted guest or unwanted guest in that house, in that sign. And he is also in a Moola Trikona sign. What about Mercury?
Buddha in Kanya. He is also Swakshetradipati.
He is also owner. He is also occupant there. He is also belong to Moola Trikona sign. You are able to follow?
Yes.
Mercury is Rashyadipati or sign lord for Virgo or Kanya. He is also occupying there in this horoscope, and he is in a Moola Trikona sign. You are able to follow?
Yes.
What about Venus?
He is also Swakshetradipati.
He is Rashyadipati. He is occupying also. He is the owner and occupying the same place, and he is in the Moola Trikona sign. If he is there. If Venus is not in Virgo or this Libra or Tula, suppose he is in either Kanya or Vrishchika, he is not occupying Moola Trikona sign.
Okay.
What about Jupiter?
Jupiter ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ.
So Jupiter is in Dhanas. He is Rashyadipati or sign lord. He is occupying in the same place, and he is also in the Moola Trikona sign according to this chart. So if Jupiter is in Dhanas or Sagittarius, he is in a Moola Trikona sign. If he is in any other place, he is not belonging to Moola Trikona sign.
Okay.
What about Saturn?
ಸ್ವಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ
ಸ್ವಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ.
ಸ್ವಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ, he is occupying that one. In addition, he is in Mula Trikona, but he is not alone. He is together with Ketu. In that is in tour, if you go, they will say, we will give accommodation in 2 sharing rooms or 4 sharing rooms, like that. The tourist operators will say. So if you want a private separate room, they will ask, you have to pay double. So it is for temporary. They are not permanently staying there, because all are moving. So what is the summary you can learn from this chart about Mula Trikona signs?
ಮೂಲ ತ್ರಿಕೋಣಾಧಿಪತಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವನು ಸ್ವಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲೇ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಸ್ವಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಾಧಿಪತಿ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು.
ಹಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂಲ ತ್ರಿಕೋನ ರಾಶಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಫಾರ್ majority of the planets.
DC, Tahsildar having a power of DC.
In particular, suppose we leave Sun and Moon. All others have ownership of 2 signs or 2 rasis. Is it not?
Yes.
Sun and Moon, they have got only 1 Rashi or sign to rule, or they are sign lords, they are Rashiadipatis for only 1 sign. But the other planets are having 2 signs or 2 houses, except Rahu Ketu, because they are shadow planets, Chaya Grahas. They don't have a particular sign to rule. So Mula Trikola signs are one of these 2 signs for which they are Rashiadipati or sign lord. See, Jupiter, Rashiadipati or sign lord for Dhanasu and Meena, Sagittarius and Pisces. And Dhanasu or Sagittarius is a Mula Trikona sign. It is whereas the Pisces or Meena is not Mula Trikona, but it is his own house. So out of these 2, one is taken as Mula Trikona, other is not. What about Mars?
And Meena.
What about Mars? Mars is the owner for Mesha and Vrishchika, Aries and Scorpio. And one of them is his Trikona position. That is, Mars in Aries, Mesha is in Mula Trikona position also. But if he is in Vrishchika or Scorpio, he is in one house. He is the owner of the house, but he is not in Mula Trikona sign. You are able to follow?
Yes.
Same thing happens for Venus. Venus is the lord for Vrishabha or Taurus and Libra or Tula. But Tula is his Mula Trikona position also, in addition to the lord of the sign or Rashiadipati for Tula or Libra. You are able to follow?
Yes, sir.
What about Mercury? Mercury has got 2 places. He is the lord of Mithuna or Gemini and Virgo or Kanya. Out of that, if he is in Kanya, he is also in Mula Trikona Rashi. But if Mercury is in Gemini or Mithuna, he is the owner of the Mithuna Rashi, Rashiadipati. He will be occupying that position, but that position is not the Mula Trikona position. You are able to follow?
ಚಂದ್ರ ಇದು ಶುಕ್ರನ ಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಅದು ಚಂದ್ರನ
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅವನು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಇದ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಲಿ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. We are talking only of now we are talking of Mercury. Mercury is the owner for Virgo or Kanya Rashi.
And Mithuna.
And also Mithuna or Gemini Rashi.
Yes.
But this Virgo or Kanya is also his Mula Trikona Rashi, but not Mithuna or Gemini. So one of the two, which he is the Lord, he selects it as Mula Trikona Rashi. Something like Lalitamal Palace for summer or winter, this thing, and another palace for something else, where Rajas will have several palaces. So if they have two palaces, there is a Mysore palace and another one somewhere on the hill, which is now converted into a hotel or something. Lalitamal Palace for summer, something like that. So the Mula Trikona Rashi is something of that kind of a facility among the two places. So they have two different states to rule, but one of them is comfortable during a particular season. Let us say winter, some area is good, summer, some area is bad. So they will have a house, one in Delhi, one in Chennai. So winter, summer means they can go to Delhi because Madras it will be hot. So winter means Delhi will be terrible. So they can come to Madras. So like that, out of the two signs or rashis ruled by planets, one of them is Mula Trikona Rashi and not the other one. This is for all planets who have 2 signs to rule or 2 rashis to having Adipatya. But Sun and Moon, they are having only one sign or one rashi to rule. Sun, he has kept his own place as Mula Trikona Rashi. He is the owner of the sign. If he is occupying the same thing, then he is in Mula Trikona Rashi or sign also. Whereas Moon, he is the Lord of Cancer or Kataka Rashi, or Rashyadipati of Kataka Rashi is Moon, but his Mula Trikona Rashi is something like Vrishabha Rashi. So that means he had 2 houses, one is Kataka, another is Vrishabha. So when he is in Vrishabha, he is in Mula Trikona Rashi also, but it is not his sign. It belongs to ownership of the Venus or Shukra. He is occupying that place currently. You are able to follow?
Yes.
Yes.
So except Moon and Sun, others have chosen one particular sign out of the 2 which they are ruling, depending on their comfort compared to another place, and called that as a Mula Trikona Rashi or Mula Trikona sign. Is it clear?
Yes.
Now aspects I have already given. So Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, they have only one aspect. They look from the place or sign or house they are occupying, the opposite house or opposite sign. They will look who is coming there, what they are doing, where they are going, and all their activities they will observe. So they are sitting at the Aries, they look at what is happening in Libra or Tula. That is called Drushti. You are able to follow? So all these planets, Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, they can only see the opposite house activities. They will not be able to see adjacent other signs at all. So Sun in Mesha, or Moon in Mesha, or Mercury in Mesha, or Venus in Mesha, they only watch what is happening in Tula or Libra sign or Tula Rashi. You are able to follow?
Yes.
They cannot see what is in Kanya Rashi or Virgo. They cannot see what is in Vrishchika or Scorpio. Similarly, they cannot say what is happening in the neighbor's house, adjacent, See, Vrishabha, what is happening? They are least bothered. Meena Rashi, what is happening? They are not worried. They only worry about the opposite house, their ownership, their occupants, and the aspects of other planets on that particular house only, or that particular sign only, depending on whether it is the sign chart or the house chart. You are able to follow?
Yes.
So, if they are in the Vrishabha Rashi, they only concentrate on Vrishchika. They won't bother about other Rashis. If any of these four planets, Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, if they are in Mithuna or Gemini, they only worry about what is happening in Sagittarius or Dhanus Rashi, not what is happening at other places. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
What about this? Any of these four planets, if they happen to be in Cancer or Karkataka Rashi, they will worry about what is happening in Capricorn or Makara. They are not worried about any other signs. What is happening there, who is there, what is going on. Because opposite house, they keep the doors open both, and who comes, who goes there inside, what they are doing, they are eating, watching TV, everything you can see. Now, if these planets, any one or more than one, does not matter, Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, if they are occupying Leo sign or Simha Rashi, they will look at what is happening in the Kumbha Rashi or Aquarius sign. What about this?
Same.
If planets occupying Virgo or Kanya Rashi, if they are Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, they watch what is happening in Meena Rashi or Aquarius sign. If they happen to be in the Libra or Tula Rashi, they worry about what is happening in
Mesha
Rashi. So, if these four planets occupying Vrishchika or Scorpio, they are worried about what is happening at Vrishabha Rashi or Taurus.
Same as Dhanus.
Yeah, if these planets are occupying Dhanus or Sagittarius, they will be watching.
They see only Mithuna.
The activities in the Gemini or Mithuna Rashi. So, if they are placed in Makara Rashi, they will be watching Karkataka Rashi. So, they will be able to say which planet is there, what they are doing, things like that. So, example, Sun I have shown here. Sun in Mesha, look at Libra. Now, if Mars is there, in addition to opposite house, we'll be able to see the 4th place and the 8th place. Say Mars in Mesha, if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 4th is Cancer. So Mars will keep watching what is happening not only in opposite house or opposite sign, that is Libra or Tula, but also in Cancer or Kataka and Vrishchika or Scorpio. So he will watch 3 places simultaneously. He has got the ability to watch activities taking place or happening in Cancer sign or Kataka Rashi and Libra or Tula Rashi, in addition to Vrishchika or Scorpio sign. You are able to follow? It is all from the position where they are occupying. They will have the observation for 4, 7 and 8. 7 is for everybody. All planets look at the opposite house or opposite sign, which is the 7th place. But Saturn has got the special drushti for 4th house and also 8th house from the place where they are occupied. So if Saturn, this is for Mars, I am telling you, no? Okay. This is for Mars. Mars in Mesha, look at Cancer, look at Libra, look at this Vrishchika or Scorpio. You are able to follow?
Yes.
If Mars happens to be in Vrishabha Rashi, he will watch what is happening in Leo or Simha Rashi, then Scorpio or Vrishchika Rashi, Dhanur Rashi or Sagittarius also. You are able to follow?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So if Mars happen to be in Mithuna Rashi, he will watch what is happening in Kanya, what is happening in Virgo, this Sagittarius or Dhanasu, and also what is happening in Capricorn or Makara Rashi.
But Saturn can watch only 2 places, sir.
No. All three. I will give one by one. They will also, all of them watch three places only. 7th is common for everybody. Plus extra facility, Saturn can watch 3rd place and 10th place. Mars can watch 4th and 8th. Jupiter can watch 5th and 9th, in addition to 7th. So this is all Mars occupying different position, what signs they can see. Are you able to follow?
Yes.
So you have to look at your horoscope, where is the Mars, and see which sign they are looking at. So if you are in your horoscope, Mars is in Scorpio or Vrishchika, he will be watching Aquarius or Kumbha, Vrishabha or Taurus, Gemini or Mithuna. These Rashis, he will be looking which planets are there, who is the owner, who is the occupant, what they are doing like that. Whether they are in direct motion, whether they are in indirect motion like that.
So what is the effect, sir? What is the effect?
No. First you understand the locating things, other things later.
Predictions aamele.
Yeah. First you learn this, what is happening here. Different drushtis. You are able to follow?
Guruji, how long the session will go? Because it's already 9:29. I have an appointment.
Yeah. So I told you, when we are doing our job, concentrating on that particular one only, we will not bother about what is happening in the surroundings. So we will be in heaven. Heaven means there is no concept of time or place. In heaven, there is no sunrise, sunset, moonrise, moonset. So always there is a moonlight and Tangali will be beasing. Cold. So they will not know the time concept.
What is happening there here?
Yeah, time and space concept is only on Earth, where we can see sunrise, sunset, moonrise,
not
moonset,
in heaven. Not in heaven.
Not in heaven. So any professor, if he starts talking, he will never stop, because he don't know the concept.
He is always in heaven.
Till reaches the goal.
Yeah, like that. So anyway, for you, you will have so many activities. I don't want to disturb. We can stop here. But what are the things I have taught today?
Good morning.
Is it clear, correct, complete? Any doubts are there? Anybody?
No. As of now, it's going good. Fantastic.
No, sir.
All are present?
Yes, all are present, Guruji.
You can keep the video on for a second and this one, so that I can see who are.
Yes, sir. One has left.
We are.
One is left, sir. Someone is left.
He said he has got. One person said he has got technical problem. He is not able to connect to Zoom. I do not know what is the thing. See, that's why
he was there.
I stopped giving that meeting ID and password also, because people should not worry where I have to put the meeting ID, where I have to put what password I have to put.
It's a very nice.
If you click the link, automatically it will bring us to connection.
It's very easy.
Yeah. So that is why now onwards I will not give you meeting ID, passcode, etc. Because just click the link, you will get connected. So try to join early as possible, say after 5:45 a.m.
Yes, sir.
And I will join maybe 5 minutes before 6. We can stop at 3 hours. I told you, 3 hours means suppose something continuing, you can continue for 10-15 minutes. Otherwise, you can stop 10-15 minutes early. I will not have the idea. I will not be looking at the watch. So now we can stop, no problem. So please go through whatever I have covered. And yesterday's homework, please do it. Try it. If it is right, wrong, does not matter. And after working for another date or reworking for the same problem also, plus working for any other dates. And yesterday I was cross-checking the Panchanga. I found that there is one more date also. What happened now? While skipping the page, 2 pages have gone. So we have missed one date. So you go from the first page of this one, 44, page number 44, and continue and identify the dates on which our Vara, Tithi, Nakshatra, Yoga, Karna mentioned as auspicious items for auspicious functions. Select those dates, work out in detail, and send by WhatsApp so that I will go through and see whether your approach is correct. Any correction is required, I will try to help you. But I want you to become experts within our 24 hours.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
You're able to follow?
Yes.
So tell any of your friends, enemies, family members, anybody, they can join if they want. But they must have a burning desire to learn. And I will tell you, they will not get this kind of an opportunity anywhere in the world.
Definitely, sir.
So we will close here.
Thank you.
And we will meet tomorrow at 6 o'clock.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
So by
Thank you.
5:55, by 5:55, please join, and we will start at 6. No problem.
Thank you. Happy day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Dhanyawad.
Thank you. Hello. Hello. ಬಂದ ಎಕ್ಸರ್ಸೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತು 8:30 ಬಂದ